Zoom and boom, everyone. It is 5 o'clock on the East Coast on a Monday, the 28th day of October. We are live. This is, according to Spiky Dash, episode number 38. And joining me today is now officially something that has become even more canon in the show than we ever thought it ever would, Apple Dash. Because they ended up being a thing.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
It was canon in more ways than that, even because remember, it was said twice in the show.
I know, but
but yeah, even more so than that. So, yeah, so in a rare time you're joining me here on the show, but there's a reason, because it's very pony-centered today.
Rare timing?
Rare timing, rare fact that's, rare timing.
I've joined you on
you have, but,
episodes.
No, but not like, but normally you've said that you let me do my thing on it, but then you have the kid times when you join in. So and this is definitely one of them, because this is more like a retrospective. This is very much where this is going to be like the last probably like big time pony centered one for a while, because of course with G4 now over, long time. I know it still sucks. I know it's still hard to believe it's been more than 2 weeks since it passed.
What are we gonna do with ourselves?
I know, right? I know. That's why I've been listening to Pony Radio a lot more, and I've been writing in my journal and and all that stuff, and just trying to keep it alive. And we have to. The fandom's gonna survive. We have to keep it alive. So, but at least till G5 comes around. So, retrospective. Best episodes of the show for me. Worst episodes of the show. You're popular. Oh, Sarah.
Well, I texted her and asked her if she's going to be off at 7:30.
Oh, okay.
Because her calendar says 4:30, but that was when they had a manager who never listed her hours.
Gotcha. So, so best episodes, worst episodes. A couple of things related to future stuff as well. And also, we're going to read a couple the last couple weeks Pony Soapboxes from Equestria Daily as well, to kind of share my thoughts on those, because those are cool to read, some of those as well. I've submitted one before, and it actually got on the site as well. It was really, really cool. So that's neat. I will say this right up front, that this list, looking back on all the seasons, all the episodes, and some of them I had to even look up just to remember what they were. Because, 9 seasons, you forget sometimes what episode was. Thankfully, though, I have...
guys, you see the top of my...
Thankfully, though, I have the My Little Pony fandom app, which is incredible. The fandom app is absolutely amazing, because it keeps you updated on, what you've missed or what you've forgotten. The worst list was actually a lot... Oh, is the mouse annoying?
Arrow.
Okay, the
arrow in the screen.
Arrow in the screen. Okay. The worst list actually was a lot easier to make than the best list. The best list, I had a lot harder time narrowing it down.
Why?
Because there were so many good episodes. Like it was so hard to. I was like, I got down to 36, and I wanted to narrow it down to 25. But I'm looking at these going, I don't want to take that one out. As I went down the list, I'm like, oh, I can't drop that one or that one. I'm like, ugh. It was grinding at me. It was so hard. You don't want to drop out episodes.
So how'd you get it from 25 down to 20 then?
Actually, I didn't. I ended up for the best. I did 20 worst. I ended up with 25 best, because I could not narrow from 25 to 20. It was so hard. Here's my thought process.
Is that all stable? That's a lot of paper.
Yeah.
Dude.
Notice why now I need more printer paper.
Yeah, apparently.
But so here was my thought process. I took out ones first, and then I went back through it. I'm like, oh, I can't take that one out. Ones I wanted to put in for sure, I could put the dot next to, I wanted to keep in. And then I started going through. I'm like, okay, I can take out that one. I can maybe take out that one. It was tough though. It was really tough. So we'll start with the bad first, because obviously we want to save the good for last. So here are the ones that didn't quite make the worst 20. Swarm of the Century from season 1 with the Breezies.
Yeah.
Stairmaster. Mysterious Mare-to-Well from season 2. Simple Ways from season 4. It Ain't Easy Being Breezy's.
Simple Ways was what?
Oh gosh.
Like he's gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to pull up the fandom app, aren't I? Yeah, because yeah, some of these you don't even remember.
Simple Ways, I don't.
You should remember Mysterious Mare-to-Well. That's the one with Rainbow Dash trying to be the hero all the time, and then the disguise. Yeah.
When it turns out
everyone was just dressing. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see.
I don't remember Simple Ways.
Simple Ways was. I'm pulling it up here right now.
I'll remember it as soon as.
Okay, that was the one where Rarity tried to dress and act like Applejack to win the heart of a famous travel writer. So they were kind of making fun of each other.
Yeah.
It Ain't Easy Being Breezy's.
I remember.
Inspiration Manifestation. That's when Rarity got that spell and her horn and tried to, make everything appear, I think is what that was. Applejack's Day Off with the spa with Rarity. Flutter Brudder. Zephyr Breeze.
Those were the top.
These were ones that didn't quite make it.
Didn't make
the worst. Yeah, even though I didn't like Zephyr Breeze, I don't think it was that bad. Not Asking for Trouble. That was season 7.
Which one was that? You should have listed a brief synopsis on them.
Well, this is a lot of episodes, so I probably couldn't. That'd be a lot more paper if I did that.
No, just a few words. I'm not saying a whole paragraph. I'm saying.
I think. This was the one with the Yak's Not Asking for Help, with Pinkie Pie with the avalanche. Yeah, that one. Honest Apple. That's the one where Apple Bloom tells the lie, and then they go back and find out Applejack told a lie as well and got worse. Campfire Tales. That's the one with all the scary stories around the campfire.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Marks and Recreation. That's the one with Rumble and the Blank Flanks.
Yeah,
I never really liked Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Forever Philly. That's the one with Rarity and Sweetie Belle, and Rarity trying to get Sweetie Belle to
sister.
Yeah,
a little.
Mm-hmm. Fluttershy Leans In. That's the one where she wanted the sanctuary bill and no one wanted to do what she wanted.
Yeah.
Daring Done. That's one with thinking Daring Do's gonna retire and Dash tries to fix it.
Yeah.
Marks for Effort. That was season 8.
Daring Done was just recent.
That was season 7. Yeah.
Okay.
Marks for Effort. That was the one with the debut of Cozy Glow. So I can understand why I didn't like that one.
Nah.
And then Last Laugh from this past season didn't quite make the worst cut.
Last Laugh.
That was Cheese Sandwiches Return with Pinkie Pie.
Oh, yeah.
And where he lost his laugh. Yeah. So
barely escaped the cut.
Didn't quite make the worst cut.
Lucky for you.
Yeah, exactly. You should be very lucky that you were not on this list. Here are my 20 worst. Number 20, All's Well That Ends Well from season 1, episode 24. And only because
that didn't make sense to me.
What, the episode in general?
Yeah. Spike thinks he's
getting replaced. Yeah, by Owlicious. So he gets all jealous and tries to sabotage him to get his job back because he thinks he's being replaced. Yeah. And the ways that he just tried to frame them were just disturbing to me.
Yeah.
It was just pathetic. It was a level of pathetic. Seeing Spike at that was one of his low points. Really.
He tore the stuffing right out of a mouse and
blamed it on Owlicious.
Covered it in ketchup.
You gotta admit the ketchup was pretty real.
That's disturbing.
It really was, and I can understand why Twilight was so disappointed in him. That one left a sting to me for sure. Number 19, 28 Pranks Later. From season 6, episode 15. One of the most talked about episodes for sure. Rainbow Dash eventually gets that dose of her own medicine after pulling all her pranks just a bit too far. It was a bit of poetic justice And she got that with the zombie cookies. Those images will sit in your mind. But you had to admit she had it coming.
Yeah.
She did. She learned the hard way that you can't.
I don't remember the zombie cookies, but
you don't really at the end there when they with the rainbow face on their lips after they ate the cookies.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're like, with the rain. So she had it coming to her. You can't push pranks too far, and
no,
she learned it the hard way. Number 18, just from this last season, actually, A Trivial Pursuit. Gosh, this one.
Tony's acting so out of character.
Twilight acting so out of character. This was one of her lowest points, like for sure. Getting Pinkie Pie disqualified in order to keep her streak intact.
Why don't we just say it? Twilight Sparkle acting like a total bitch.
Yeah, it was a low blow, a selfish move. But then the one thing I love about it, though, is that Sunburst gave her then some poetic justice of her own, some humble pie later by trying something similar to get her DQ'd. Because he was trying to keep up his answering percentage streak. And only then did she realize, oh, wait, winning should not be more important than my friendship with Pinkie Pie. So, yeah, she needed a big slice of humble pie there. Yeah, that was just bitter taste. 17, all bottled up. Season 7, episode 2. And now to be clear, I don't dislike the episode for the song, because Best Friends Till the End of Time is a great song. And that wasn't even in the main story. That was the side story, because do you remember Starlight and Trixie is the main story. That was with the escape room with Twilight and the rest of the main 6. So that's a side thing. But that song is amazing. But it's a side story compared to the frustration that Starlight has over Trixie making her so angry. And all that energy then in her horn. And I'm glad we never saw that red anger from Starlight's horn again, because when it was unleashed, not only did Trixie take the brunt of it, but it made Starlight look pretty bad too. Yeah. And now granted, sometimes that toward Trixie is justified because Trixie is somewhat annoying. But yeah, that was when you can't control your emotions properly, stuff like that can happen. And then to go to those 3 other ponies, Bulk Biceps and Granny Smith and the other one. Oh,
and not to mention their eyes glowing.
Oh gosh, yeah, that was
disturbing.
That was very disturbing. Yeah, that was disturbing stuff. So,
and this is a kid show.
Yeah. Rated TVY. Right. And little Shy makes a point of that in the Bronies React finale. This is rated TVY for kids 2 to 6.
I don't want my 6-year-old seeing demon horses.
Yeah, right.
Honestly.
Clearly an example now of where they knew their audience was older at that point. Go ahead.
Well, in the decade of Pony, they said that parents did watch it with their kids. Yes. But still, they're
right. There's some things that they very much cross the line.
I don't even want to be a parent watching that with my kid, because I know it's going to give my kids nightmares.
Exactly. Right.
I know I'm gonna, Pony's eyes glowing red, getting all zombified and all that junk.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, okay, I know Junior is gonna have a hard time going to bed tonight because of the My Little Pony episode today. Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes there was very disturbing stuff. So, all right. So, more unfortunate Spike episodes. Number 16, Secret of My Excess, from season 2, episode 10.
I got greedy and ate all the diamonds. And
it wouldn't be a worse list for me than at least one episode written by Larson. Another one of Spike's low points. So greedy that he grows to the monstrous size and even puts Rarity, his crush, in downright peril. Nothing more to say. Really, that was just really bad.
Ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. It was really bad. But then number 15, Spike at Your Service.
Annoying.
Season 3, episode 9. Surprisingly, Secret of My Excess, not as egregious as that travesty. Spike is rescued from Timberwolves by Applejack, and he must now repay her for the rest of his life because of Dragon Code. Hilarity ensues, though it's poorly executed across all levels, and the way that Twilight eventually gets Spike back is also downright disappointing.
I forget that.
Oh, you forgot that? See, I And I did. I had to really look that one up to remind myself, like, what it all entailed. Where are you? There you are.
That's the app itself.
Yeah, this is from the app. Yep. Let's see. Because that's right. Because they staged it. They Wolf.
Yeah.
Then to stage it in order to get him for Twilight to get him back.
Uh-huh.
But then, of course, Spike's not fooled by it, but then eventually she does get stuck. Applejack actually does get stuck under a rock.
Yeah.
And then the remains of the Timberwolves came alive and then assembled into a larger king. But then Spike does end up saving her.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it was kind of a just a rough way to try to get him back. But yeah, that was painful to watch. Painful to watch.
14.
Speaking of painful to watch, number 14, Lesson 0. Season 2, Episode 3. Twilight creating a friendship promise so you can have something to write to Celestia because she forgot. If I don't have a friendship problem, I'll make one. Those faces that Twilight did in the episode. That's all you need to know. The frazzled look in her mane, the crazy doll. That hurt.
Not to mention future Twilight going back in time and trying to warn past Twilight and not listening.
Right.
That's the part that
got
me.
Yeah.
Just like, don't do what you're
about to do. Yeah.
Don't do what you're about to do.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. If my future self went back to my past self, I would not be talking.
Right.
I would be so dumbfounded, and Twilight's just running around like, how do I know? Asking questions like, shut up and listen.
Right.
Your future self is obviously here to warn your dumb self now.
Right.
I know we've said that over the last week or so.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
If myself, 4 months ago would have come back to myself now, I no longer work at Walmart because they're a bunch of freaking idiots.
Yeah.
But yeah, if my 4-month future self now could go back to my 4-month past self and tell me, not to do it, the hell you're going to go through is not worth it.
Right.
I would shut up and listen. Lesson obviously not taken by Twilight.
Right, yeah. I mean, and eventually, because then Celestia showed up and said, I need to talk to you right. That's literally. Yeah.
Oh, crap.
And it was at that moment that Twilight knew she had bucked up.
Bruh.
Yeah, for sure.
It was at that moment that he knew he had fricked up.
Yeah, right.
Bruh.
Yeah. So.
Try not to cuss on the show, I know.
Right.
Because it's My Little Pony and kids might watch it.
Right.
Sorry, YouTube, if we do.
But, yeah, that was painful.
Lord knows we never have Matt here.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would take a turn. Woo! It would take a crazier turn than a roller coaster in Las Pegasus, let me tell you.
Speaking of, I hope one of those is on here. Freaking worst list.
Speaking of the Flim and Flam brothers, number 13.
Oh.
The Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000.
I had no idea he was going to go there, folks. I didn't know I was going to segue into that, but happy coincidence.
Fucking Flim and Flam. Two reasons this beast makes the list. One, because I disliked them from the very start. The moment I saw them, they were awful. And two, of course, I can never drink apple cider again because reasons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Never mind.
And for those of you who watch this show, you know why.
Never mind. I do. Yep. I do.
Episode 12 of ATSD. We'll go forever down in lore.
I think I can handle it. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
and it was just straight cider out of my mouth
You hear him
and into the trash can.
retching on camera. Like, ew.
Yeah.
Tabitha's watching.
Oh, really?
It's gotta be.
Nice.
Where's your pony shirt? She says.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because you're wearing your Purdue jersey. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Good question, huh?
That's a little creepy, Tabitha. Are you watching?
So, yeah, that's mainly the two reasons why that one makes the list. I guess maybe a 2.5 reason is because Rainbow Dash's addiction to cider is very disturbing.
A little bit.
Like she like, I gotta have the cider. Like she was willing to drink it up off the ground. Gross.
Well, and in that defense, it's like
Both of them, both her and Matt are watching.
Oh, hi, y'all can
Hi,
chat.
I don't think apparently the chat's not working.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any responses, so the chat must not be working again. Unfortunately,
shoot,
bummer.
Okay.
Yeah, bummer.
No,
But,
I couldn't dig a pony shirt out of my basket. It was like down low, and I didn't want to throw everything else on the floor to get it.
Okay. So yeah. So apologies again in advance for the chat not working again. I don't know
me
why.
not wearing a pony
shirt. Yeah. Right. So yeah, that's the reason why that's on the list. Number 12, PPOV, Pony Point of View, from season 6. You know, I get it. You know, we all have different perspectives of how certain events may or may not have happened, but yikes. This episode tried way too hard to make Rarity, Pinky, and Applejack look like jerks.
Uh-huh.
You know, for that story. It's like, good grief. Like, I get it. You know, you're trying to have a good time on the boat and all and whatnot.
That's right.
But yeah, then they all tell it differently, and it's like, geez, one of you like really trying to be a jerk.
Oh, yeah, when they do the cruise.
Yes. Yeah. And then there's different points of view on how it happened. Yeah. And then Twilight has to figure out what happened. Yeah. So they're still not fighting with each other. Good grief. Yeah. And the resolution then, that was just, to me, was the resolution to you like kind of rushed? It really was. It was way too rushed. So yeah, I not a fan. Not a fan of that one. Definitely a rough one on that. Number 11, Father Knows Beast.
Hell, I'd put that higher.
Really?
Yes.
You think that's underrated? I mean,
I think it's worse than 11.
Because Sludge is without question one of the most low-life dragons ever.
You say low-life dragons? I say low-life characters.
Period. Yeah, I would agree with period.
Lying to Spike, saying he's the dad.
Yeah.
Making up a bunch of crap about his mother.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
No, you don't. Yeah. Just so you can live in the castle. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ugh.
They say they're going to Maryville and they love your hat.
Oh, thank you. What, no love for the Student 6 shirt?
They might not know the Student 6.
Well, that's true. They haven't watched. That's true. They've not caught up yet. That's true. That's right. No spoilers. But yeah, what he tried to do to Spike, one of the most disgraceful things I saw on the show.
Chat's not working on YouTube, but unable to chat.
Yeah,
please try again later. It says.
Yeah, you might be able to chat, but we can't see the responses.
So the couple of our friends who have my number.
Yeah, actually are also watching the stream.
Are watching us. Hi, Matt. Hi, Tabby. You might know.
They've seen Matt before. Some of them have seen Matt. Yeah.
I don't know if
they have not seen Tabby on camera. No. So, but
you want to join us for an episode of something, Tabby?
Right.
So they get to know you.
Right. But there was a positive in the episode. Luckily for Spike, he had a friend like Smolder. Yep, to see through the baloney and how painful it was.
The dragon just can't wait to live here. And you see the eyes fade to freaking dark.
Yeah, that was creepy. Sludge, you're creepy.
What did Matt try?
Matt tried. Oh, he probably tried to chat and probably couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
So we can't see. Yeah, we can't see the responses. Yeah.
She says maybe one day.
Oh, okay.
They're coming for the Super Bowl, probably. Aren't
Oh,
they?
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. They always come to the Super Bowl stream.
We do a Super Bowl, party every
Yep.
year because he's got the bigger TV than me.
Yep, that'll be back. Yep,
because he won it from the end. That's good on you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Y'all deserved it when you did.
Thank you.
But yeah, we do a Super Bowl stream.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. He tried to chat.
Oh yeah. Try to chat. Yeah, we can't see the responses.
Did the message go through on your end, guys, or did it not work on either? Because we can't see.
Yeah, we can't see the responses. So
learn more. I wonder what would.
That's just about the community guideline in general. Yeah, that won't tell you
why are we.
He agrees with worst character ever. Sludge, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they will be there for the Super Bowl in a couple months. All right, cool.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hard to believe that we could say that Sludge was worse than Garble. That's saying a lot,
Garble,
AKA Smolder's brother.
Yeah.
He later found out to be Smolder's brother, but
didn't work.
Yeah.
Chat's not working.
Oh, not at all.
Way.
Okay, either way. Okay, so that's disappointing. But
okay, and what makes him? For me, what makes Sludge
worse than
Garble is at least Garble when Ember's that's BS. You did wrong. He says, "Oh crap! I realize it. What do I do?"
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Sludge ever had any remorse.
He was kicked out, and he had to leave because they called him out, and he's like, "Well,"
and he took the pillow with him.
And he just made excuses
right.
and did not want to change his nasty behavior.
Right? No, he really didn't.
Garble says, "Oh crap! What do I do?" And then he flipped and says, "I got to do something here because now I realize what I did was wrong."
Right.
So that's where Sludge takes the worst.
Exactly, over Garble. Exactly. I agree with that. Yeah. So, but yeah, and again, good that this bike had Smolder. All right, now we're into the top 10.
I'm sorry, I gotta say something else.
Okay.
Spoiler alert for those who have not watched the last season, but Discord in disguise as Grogar.
I think everyone was put off by that, so you're not the only one. Yeah, you're not the only. Yeah, you're not the only one.
I stood up.
Yeah.
If we would have been doing a live reaction when I was here.
Yeah.
I stood up and I said I want to kill him.
Yeah. You're not the only one.
I'm not gonna give death threats to people, but it's like my immediate reaction was some did
to Big Jim Miller.
And Matt call. Keep it clean.
Yeah. If you are, yeah.
This is a My Little Pony episode.
Right.
This isn't just us talking.
Right.
If you call, keep it clean.
Right. Number 10 worst.
Go ahead, the top 10. Maybe we'll put you on speaker if you want to talk about different things. But yeah, keep it clean.
Right. Yeah. Number 10, Fake It Till You Make It.
I liked Fake It Till You Make It.
I despised it. I'm sorry.
It's so woke.
Still, I know a lot of people liked it, and I get that, but because the different ways Fluttershy showed herself was hilarious.
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Matt's calling in because the chat's not working.
But I just want to say hi. Hello to YouTube.
Okay. Not too long ago, you were on the fantasy stream.
Right, I know. This is a surprise in itself.
Right. Matt and I did the mid-season update for the so far for the season. Yeah, you didn't know. I don't know if you were aware of that, but yeah.
No, because I think I might.
You were working. You were working that night. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just. I don't know when you came in on it, or
halfway through.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So.
We've been watching it going down the road.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess the chat's not working on our end either. for
Yeah,
some
we're not
reason.
seeing any responses, so
Well,
it's...
kid behind the camera says YouTube broken all over the place because they're
And
not
this,
sending out
this is,
notifications.
yeah, and this is a couple times where I've had the chat not work, so it's unfortunate, but
That's bull.
it is, yeah, because it's more fun with the chat, but
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it, really.
So.
But yeah, I know a lot of people like fake it till you make it. I was not one of those people. I found Justice Flutters being a jerk because, and she needed a harsh dose of reality.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Rarity gave it to her and firing her 4 times. Once for each personality and then once for herself.
Yeah.
That was I gotta admit that was funny. But I'll admit that was funny. But yeah, just in general, nah, I was not fond of it.
I forgot Flacco was a Bronco too.
Flacco.
Yeah,
He was a Bronco.
yeah, and then Flacco throws his head coach and offensive coordinator under the bus, and then it comes out today. Oh, he's going to be out with a neck injury. Right.
Uh-huh.
When he hurt his neck from craning at the stage.
I guess.
I mean, they say it's a herniated disc, and if it's true, then I feel bad for him. But I don't know. It's kind of an odd timing for that to happen.
Uh-huh.
All right, YouTube. We're going to get into this story. We just want to tell you what we were watching.
All right. Well, we appreciate that, Matt. Thank you.
Yep. So we'll talk to you later.
All right.
We'll see you. We'll see you in a few months for the Super Bowl stream.
If not sooner.
All right. Not sooner, of course.
I mean, stream-wise.
Yeah, I mean, there could be more, anything else.
Not much to stream now that Pony is
more off-the-cuff stuff, maybe occasionally, but you never know.
More off the cuff.
More off the cuff, yeah. It's not going to be scripted. It's
as
more
far
off
as
the cuff.
something we're planning.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be the Super Bowl.
Correct, yeah. In terms of future planning, yes. Yeah. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
So, we'll see you later.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
That was interesting.
Yeah, always good to have him to call in and check on it, especially with the chat not working. But
keep it clean.
Yeah, well, thankfully
Thank
he
God
did.
he did.
Thankfully, thank God he did.
Well, when Matt knows to keep it clean,
He does. Yeah, he will. Yeah, when he knows to keep it on the PG, he will. Yeah, he will. So yeah, that's number 10.
Anyways.
Number 9, non-compete clause.
Okay.
Yeah, from season 8. Just when we thought we were,
a-holes.
Yeah, just when we thought we were over it being uber competitive, it reared its ugly head once again in a very bad way. Both take the student 6 on field trips.
Everybody in danger.
Yes,
in some way,
it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be teaching about teamwork, and it only shows them instead what not to do.
Yeah,
Gallus said it perfectly. It was kind of genius.
We learn more
what not to do than what to do. Yeah.
And that's what we were trying to do.
They learned on the fly.
Yes.
It was all BS, yeah.
And then Rainbow Dash and Applejack's like, that's what we were trying to do to begin with. Bull crap.
Yeah, the students always just seem to learn better on their own sometimes than really in the school. Not that what they didn't learn in school was important.
He kept it G.
Thank
you very much for that.
Not that what they didn't learn in the school wasn't important. It was, we later saw in the finale, but at least what they were able to learn on the fly was also very important. But boy.
Thank you for that.
Oh, and of course, we cannot forget that Yona nearly drowned.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Silverstream and Ocellus had to really dive in and save her. Grief. Yeah, that makes you feel really good, doesn't it, you two? So, yeah, that was just, uber frustrating. Number 8, A Health of Information from season 7.
Which was
the episode where Fluttershy nearly died.
Oh,
from swamp fever.
Yes.
Turned into a tree.
Yes.
I mean, that's dark shit. Excuse me, but it makes sense. It was dark, man.
Tell them to keep it.
I'm sorry. I can't help on that one. It was really dark. I'm like, holy blank. Fluttershy's gonna die. Like, she becomes a tree, she dies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you need to know.
It didn't happen.
Thankfully, Swamp Beaver is not something to be messed with, though.
I guess not.
I mean, we did get to meet some neat side characters. We learned more about, Meadowbrook's history, with cattails and all that. But I just can't shake the thought in my head. Flutters really became a tree forever. Mm-hmm. And kind of ironic if you think about it in a way, because I forget the episode it was in when they're on the train and they're taking the tree to Appaloosa, and then they're in the dark and by candlelight, and Fluttershy made the comment like, "I'd like to be a tree," and I watched the episode back and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like so bad. Flash forward to Health and Information seasons later, and you nearly did.
Yeah,
become a tree.
Well, when she said I'd like to become a tree,
I don't think she meant it in that way. I know that.
I doubt she thought I'd like to get sick and be forced to
be a tree.
Be made into a tree because of a sickness.
Yeah. But yikes. That one it was dark. Too dark for me.
A little bit.
Number 7, Yakety Sax.
Annoying.
It's from season 8. Disaster from the start. It was accidentally released early by Hasbro. So that was a mess from the start. Yeah. And it still got universally panned for how awful it was. Pinky playing an instrument in the Ibitophone we never even saw before. So no backstory to it.
Well, a little bit. A little bit during the episode.
But not enough. Like, not really enough to think, the writers just pulled out of nowhere. You know? Her friends not being upfront and honest with her till it was too late.
Yeah.
And then her going into that straight Pinky depression we've seen a couple times before quickly then being resolved. Oh, yeah, you can play it after all.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. I just thought of something.
Okay.
Pinkie Pie going depressed and going gray.
Yeah.
Where else have we seen that? I don't know who stole the idea from who, but Trolls.
Yeah.
They go depressed, they go gray. They lose all the color. Yeah, I don't know who stole that from who, but good on you.
That's very similar. Yeah, that is true. That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that until just now.
But yeah, that's a good point.
I had just seen Trolls not too long ago. It's like, oh, wait. They go gray when they're depressed. Yeah. And then when you said Pinkie Pie's lack of color, who stole from who?
Right. Yeah. That's true.
I'm thinking Hasbro took that idea from DreamWorks. Maybe unintentionally, but that's what happens.
Right.
When Trolls go gray, they get depressed. When Pinky, I guess when Pinky goes gray,
it's the same thing.
They get depressed.
Yeah.
Hence, I wonder if that's why Maud is gray, because she's
and marble.
Yeah.
And marble. And is limestone really? Limestone's more like a darker. I wouldn't call her gray. I would call her more like kind of a darker blue.
Maud's not really that.
Maud's not depressed. I think Maud is just very, to herself, monotone. I don't know about misunderstood, but in some ways you can kind of say she maybe is. But
when you said hunk, you got that right. I can't say that line without smiling.
It's nice that she occasionally did show some expression. Yeah.
You said hunk, you got that right.
That was nice that from time to time that she would kind of break that monotone and show some character.
She was still monotone.
Yeah, she was still Maud, but it was good for her to do that.
Oh, and then
I wish we would have seen it more out of Mudbriar than her. But.
Please tell me that the Maud couple is on the worst list.
I don't even think I considered. I don't even think I considered Maud couple. I don't think I even considered that one.
I hate it.
Why? Because you hated Mudbriar?
Because he's annoying.
Yeah.
Well, technically this.
Yeah, that's true.
Technically this. Every time he corrected.
Mudbriar is Sheldon Cooper Pony, and we all know it.
Well, so technically, kiss my rear. That's what y'all can do.
I mean, he works for Maud, I mean, I don't think anyone else could ever work with Maud besides him.
I'm sorry, Sheldon isn't even that annoying as Mudbriar.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
That's true.
At least Sheldon can.
He's a little more expressive. Yeah, that's true. He's a little more humorous. That is true. Yeah, we don't really see that.
He is very technical. Sorry to take a line from Mudbriar, but he is very straightforward, black and white. Mudbriar is that way, but at least Sheldon.
Right.
Well, while we're making the comparison, at least Sheldon doesn't correct you for every word you say.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. So, yeah.
Annoying.
Very. But yeah, Yakety Sax was a rough one. Yeah, even more than Trixie.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Mudbriar is even more annoying.
That's saying a lot. That's
okay. I can take Trixie because we know Trixie. We know how she's going to be. Mudbriar wasn't really that big of a character.
No,
Trixie was.
That's true.
Trixie became
and Trixie got more screen time, but
with being Starlight.
Well, because Trixie was around from season 1 or 2 because Magic Duel, but
at that time we thought, okay, she's
at the time she was a rival to Twilight. Well, I don't know about a side, but she was a legit rival to Twilight.
How many other episodes was Trixie in other than that one? That'd be none.
Until later. Yeah, that's true.
Then they brought her back
because you made her friend Starlight's friend. That's very true. Then there was a big gap.
Starlight's
that's true.
Friend,
and then she became more involved.
She wasn't
never a lead until right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep, that's true.
Up until she became Starlight's friend.
Right.
Where, she was
No Second Prances.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the
maybe
episode.
In the background.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah. And of course, Twilight, that didn't really go over well with her at first, but then Starlight's like, no, you need to let me choose my friends.
Yeah.
Not depending on how you feel about them, and give at least Trixie a second chance, which I'm glad in the end that Twilight was willing to do. And then she proved it when she helped Starlight in Discord and Thorax to wear him back again to help save Equestria. So, Number 6, Sounds of Silence.
I know why you didn't like it.
Yeah. I find the Kieran annoying, speaking of annoying. And Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah. And that's probably why he didn't like it, was because of Nightmare.
Yeah, with the Neric. Yeah. And the day after I watched that episode, the night of, I had that nightmare with the Neric. And
Neric is an evil Kieran.
It's the reverse version of themselves. Yeah, yes. And I know I'm in the minority because I know a ton of people in the fandom love the Kieran, and I get it. But not me.
I was in the middle.
You were kind of in the middle? Okay.
I hated the Neric, but I loved the Kieran. I liked how that episode was resolved because the resolution in a lot of episodes come, very quickly.
Yes, a lot of them sometimes it's rushed, yes.
But they kind of
they paced that one kind of well,
did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you find Autumn Blaze annoying?
A little bit.
Oh my God,
I made a friend. I can't talk to anybody. Shut up.
Princess Skystar and Silverstream is a Kieran, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that, the annoying character, the annoying song, the nightmare is just, no thank you. I just didn't want to know what happened next. No thank you.
Hello, silence, my old friend. I had to.
Oh my gosh, you went there.
Yes, I did. I had to. I'm sorry.
Oh goodness, gotta love it.
When really, that's legit though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I heard the name of the title, I'm thinking that's a Simon and Garfunkel reference. Yes.
Yeah. I can understand making the connection. I get it.
What is it? The Sound of
Silence is the song. Episode is Sounds of Silence.
Yeah.
So, you would think to make the connection.
And I just did it.
Right. Yeah.
So me going there.
It's not a stretch. It's just it's funny, but it's
thought that it was gonna be more like a Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah. But
I had no idea that it was gonna be voices taken away because of a fight.
Right.
And everybody disputing.
Right. Yeah.
Excuse my language there, but the episode itself for me was not bad. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. But the fact that they were just so afraid of fighting, so they took their voice away.
Right.
They had their voices taken away. Crap.
Yeah, that was odd. Yeah, that was really odd.
And then all they had to do was
go through the lake, I think. Or
a flower or something.
Yeah, the flower. And the twist in that, the squirrels had it the whole time.
Yeah.
That twist was out of left field. Like really. Because Fluttershy was trying to tell Applejack about the flower and the squirrels and everything. And I'll never forget, Fluttershy screamed, "Applejack, just listen to me!" like she screamed at her. Like, damn.
Sometimes Fluttershy had to scream through the series
to get there. Yeah, exactly.
Episode 1, when they were like trying to
the very first episode.
Magic,
the very first
episode
episode.
1.
Okay, yeah.
She kept saying, "Wait, he's not. The Manticorn's not evil. Wait, when when all of them were like trying to beat up on him because they were getting ticked off at him, and Fluttershy finally just wait.
Right.
Wait a minute. I know what's wrong. Dumbasses, excuse my language there, but
right.
Stupid is what stupid does. If you're a dumb ace, I'll call you.
When she had to be assertive and dragon shy.
Uh-huh.
I just said assertive. Gosh dang it. Assertive. Not assertive. Assertive. Gosh dang it. What the hell is assertive?
I don't know. Oh, I just pissed.
Oh my God.
I just peed a little. Oh.
Assertive. Assertive.
I think you were thinking Fluttershy.
Fluttershy and it came out assertive. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I thought you said that. I thought you did. I'm like, wait a minute.
I knew that one right away. It took me a while on thoroughbred instead of thoroughfare, but and then that one was really bad.
When you said assertive, I'm like, wait a minute. Did he just? No, he did not. And then you said, I just said assertive. I'm like, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Woo! Hi, how we doing?
There is one for the maybe future remade blooper reel, maybe. Yeah.
But, man, we ought to.
Yeah, I probably it would be, but I probably have several. Yeah. Thoroughbred, assertive. Yeah. There's a lot.
I'm sure I have a couple
few,
too,
but not that bad. Oh man. Okay. Assertive and dragon shy was what I meant to say. But yeah.
When she finally had to scream and yell at the dragon for hurting her friends. I do remember that one.
Yes.
You okay, buddy?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
What the hey is assertive?
I think I'm getting thirsty. I'll be back.
Okay, well, we got the top 5 coming up, so good stuff.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got the top 5 worst.
Sure we don't need to take a leak after that? You get me laughing like that again, I might pee my pants.
Oh, my gosh.
Legitimately.
Assertive.
I just said assertive. Oh, my God. Yes, you did. Done.
Oh my goodness. Woo boy.
Oh, I wonder if
Live YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, the things that you can say.
Wow. I just said assertive. You did. Yes, you did.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It's amazing that you and I host our first panel last year. That goes smooth. I don't have one blooper moment, and then anytime I stream, blooper moment.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Oh no! Speaking of which, all you people that are watching, we know you're watching. Chat's not working, but we pretty much know that some of y'all are watching. Give us panel ideas.
Yes.
For
Windy City 2020.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like to host another panel.
Comment box down below, description on the channel, whatever you want to use if we can't see the chat. But yeah, but
the chat's not working either way. We can't see it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You can't type.
So blame YouTube for that one.
Yeah, but we can pretty much know that at least a couple of you are watching.
Yeah.
Jordy.
Jovi's usually in here. Joshua's usually in here.
Name.
Yeah, so
Jovi
and Joshua have been the regulars in here on the Pony stream. So
the awesomes.
Awesome was only usually on the BattleBot streams
Okay.
during the live streams. Once I had to switch the day up, he wasn't on as much anymore. But unfortunately,
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, I don't know how we follow that up, but we will try.
Oh. Yeah.
With the top 5
Unless we
worst
like
episodes.
stage a blooper, but then it won't be so.
It won't be as genuine. No, that was comedy gold. It didn't intend to be that way, but that was.
I just said assertive. What the hell?
It will go down as one of
That will live on.
That will live on as one of the most embarrassing lines I've ever had on a YouTube stream for sure. It'll be up there with Thoroughbred and the cider stream and yeah, all that.
Milk Coke.
Oh yeah, you trying milk Coke? Yeah.
It's hard. That's hard to get used to, but once I got used to, it's like, okay, I'm gonna drink it because I don't want to waste it.
Right.
And it was.
Right. All right.
Tasted like. It actually, to me, that tasted like a melted float, like a.
See, and that's the comparison everyone made, that it was a root beer. There was like a root beer float or ice cream
Coke
float or something. Yeah, like a Coke float.
Because
But
milk is dairy.
yeah,
you
but
get
I just never got that.
Yeah.
All right.
Not sponsored by Monster.
Yeah, he brought plenty of fluids.
Very
for
good
sure.
though. Swiss chocolate if you can find it.
Although he likes the winter bread cherry Sprite that you had me try before we went on air. Cranberry
The
before we went
winter
on air.
spice cranberry.
Winter spice cranberry before we went on air. And yeah, he likes it. Me, interesting. Not what I wouldn't do it again, but yeah, very, very interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever had this?
What is it?
The Swiss chocolate?
The Swiss chocolate? No. Remember, I like the Mocha Loca or the Loca Mocha. That's the one I drink from Monster.
You know what? You know, we've been best friends for 25 or so years.
Yeah.
You like the Ensure chocolate, right?
Well,
The equates.
No, when I was younger, I had the Slim Fast kick.
Yeah.
I was on that for a time.
But you like the
I
chocolate.
haven't had them. I haven't had those, but I mean, I like chocolate.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't drink the equates. I only did the Slim Fast thing.
I thought you had one a couple years
No.
ago at the. I thought you did at Winnie City.
No.
Okay.
I did not. No, that was all you. I didn't have one. So,
But yeah.
but you would think that I would like this.
Yeah. If you like the.
Okay.
Yeah, if you like the chocolate milkshake.
That tastes just like Slim Fast.
Yep.
That tastes exactly like it.
I
Holy
figured.
crap.
I figured.
That tastes just like it. Wow.
Uh-huh.
That is really good.
I figured.
That's way better than
I
that
figured
Sprite
you'd
stuff.
like the meal supplement. You know, I knew you liked the meal supplement shakes, and I figured. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
What's up?
Okay. So, you know the guy I met at Winnie City that talks to me about pony, like Adam Hartley, the guy that lives in Illinois. Apparently, he said this. The Colts played My Little Pony as the Broncos ran out onto the field yesterday. Are you serious? You're both horses. Why would you do that? You're both named after horses, Colts. Why would you do that? That's terrible. That's
Get in
cold.
their head.
That's cold. That's wow.
They played the theme song to
My Little Pony.
The
Yes.
Friendship is Magic.
Yes.
Oh my little.
Yes.
Oh my
As the
God.
Broncos ran on the field. Wow.
Get in their head.
That is cold. That's priceless. I mean, that's cold but priceless. Thank you for sending me that GIF, Adam. That's awesome.
I don't know if he's watching, but okay, fine. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
Chat's
cool.
not chat's not
And
working
again, we
either
apologize
way.
for that. Yeah,
You know,
gotta love YouTube sometimes.
you can't type and we can't see it.
Right.
So,
Right.
Damn you, YouTube.
All right. Now, finally, to number 5 worst. Mean 6.
Ugh.
Worst mid-season finale ever from season 8. Yeah, I mean
We're in agreement.
it was hilarious,
We're in
but
agreement.
man, was it predictable.
Yeah.
Like you knew that Chrysalis's plan was going to backfire. Like you knew, but so painful in fashion. Her mind was just so gone didn't even consider the possibility of those clones going rogue, and and try to take over themselves. And hard to believe that kind of set the stage later for her, along with T-Rex and Cozy Glow, to kind of turn against Grogar in a way, but
it was Discord.
Right.
I will never let anybody freaking forget that. But then consider who Discord was played by.
Right.
John
Delancey.
He's a jackass in real life.
But still.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry if jackass is a bad word, but he's not a nice guy anyway.
I mean, I will say this: like, there are a lot of people, like Chrysalis, and I brought it up in the panel because we were talking about villains and them getting reformed or not with the changing perspectives, and I thought there were a lot of people that it was kind of a hot debate whether Chrysalis should be reformed or not, and in the end, honestly, I don't think that there was never a chance for her. Why? Because she was so blinded by her revenge on Starlight for losing her hive.
She was evil from the get-go, okay? That, to me,
I mean, there was really no chance. I mean, now there was that brief moment in Frenemies where they thought, oh, this is actually kind of good. But then Chris was like, no! Like, she shut that door instantly because she's like, no, it lost my hive. I want to get back at Starlight.
I would have liked to see Cozy Glow reform because there was a couple teasers that she might go.
Yeah, but here's the issue I have with Cozy Glow. Like, and a lot of the reviewers in the fandom said this too. Like, we don't have a backstory on her. We didn't get any backstory.
No,
for Cozy
she just
Glow.
appeared one day and there.
Like, why was she so bent on getting power? Why was she so evil? Who are her parents? Like, we got no backstory on Cozy Glow
at all,
and that's really frustrating.
Yeah.
So a lot of reviewers said it, and it's like. And like I sympathize with that. I'm like, because we didn't really get anything. So, but I gotta commend Chrysalis for like she was probably like the most cunning, the most crafty, like with her ability to change, of course, being a changeling, changing forms.
Yeah.
Like I gotta commend her for that. But there was no way she was gonna reform ever, unfortunately. No way. And because she was just so blinded by that. Number 4. Fame and misfortune. Larson. Damn you. Again, I don't hate it because the song, because Flawless is one of my favorite songs. You know this.
Yes.
It is one of the best songs in the show, but painful to watch. Like, and I get it. It's a noble concept. Hand out the friendship journal to all of Equestria. But again, I see it as like really a shot against the fandom for all the nitpicks and the criticism that people make and things that would, any little thing they thought was wrong, they'd point out, just left a bitter taste behind for me. Like I didn't grasp that. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's just, I will never, I know a lot of people like that episode too, but it's like, I could not, not a fan.
Yeah.
Number 3, A Matter of Principles, also known as Discord being a dick to Starlight Glimmer.
The only good part of that episode is when
Starlight blasts Discord to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Whoa! Enough! And right in front of the students too.
It's like, whoa, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's a great example.
She's had it.
Yeah, that's a great example to do Starlight right in front of the kids.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. And that's my thought on that.
Yep.
But yeah,
there you go.
That's the point of the entire episode. Discord throwing an absolute tantrum because Starlight wouldn't name as vice head mayor. Well, he sent Twilight and the others on a fake emergency mission. Fake. It was completely fake. Tried to get to for the map to call them all. Fake. Now, Starlight's scavenger hunt, that was a cool idea. That was cool for the students. That was cool. But you knew Discord was going to take every advantage to screw it up, and to sabotage it.
Why didn't they just blast him back there?
Willing to give him second chances and multiple chances. They really thought that he had reformed. I mean,
but I guess I guess they did.
Walmart.
I guess they did good for the finale, turning all the villains into stone forever.
Yeah, that's true.
And hopefully that
was Discord's idea.
Yeah, and hopefully that spell can't be broken.
Exactly. Yeah,
because
if those three.
Well, when the kids were arguing, in the Return of Harmony.
Okay. Yeah.
When Discord finally broke out.
Yes.
When the kids were arguing before that, you see the glow and the cracks start to form. The reason is because Discord can be set free by Discord.
Yes.
By arguments in Discord.
Right.
Hopefully,
kind of like the Wendigos among the pony races.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, those villains
stay that way. Exactly.
Be broken out.
And speaking of that, like a big point out by some of the other reviewers as well was like, okay, yeah, T-Rex and Chrysalis, they're not surprised that they're stone. The reaction on Cozy Glow's face, like she is mortified, like that she's being turned to stone. Like they pretty much killed a child. Like, everyone said, oh, they killed a child. They turned the child to stone. Like, and she like she's like this. Like she's mortified.
She shouldn't have been in with him.
Exactly. No, yeah, exactly. So she does deserve it. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it. She does. But man, everyone's saying, oh yeah, they offed the child. So
she tried to off them with her horn.
Exactly.
Blast him
exactly.
in the palace.
Exactly. And she tried to drain the question of all its magic. So yeah. And put Starlight in jeopardy. So yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't forgive her for that.
Birds of a feather flock together. You get what you
pretty much
reap what you sow.
Exactly. Pretty much. But yeah,
bunch of cliches with her.
That one really sucked. Number 2, Friendship University.
Oh, I'm glad that. That was the one when I said I hated Flim and Flam. I hate them for that.
The only episode I ever gave a 0 to, ever, in my ratings. Ever. But it's not the worst. No, not quite. There's one worse. But it's up there,
How is the only one you've ever given a 0 not the
There's
worst?
one worst.
Oh, boy.
You can think of it, probably. That's one worst. I mentioned how much I despise Flim and Flam.
Yeah.
And what they did to Twilight was pretty downright despicable. Along with all the question, I once again cut in their scheme to get more bits for their hotel in Las Vegas.
Uh-huh.
And the fact they're even able to loop in Star Swirl is disturbing. That Star Swirl even fell for it.
Okay.
That was what got me.
Wow, I just saw the paper. I won't spoil it. Wow. No.
Yeah, like I said, you shouldn't be surprised.
No.
Granted, Twilight's behavior really is no better at first when she tries to even the score, but it was a train wreck on a lot of many levels. It was just painful. Nothing good really came out of that episode. Nothing.
Yeah.
But the worst. The absolute worst.
And I would flip these two.
Okay, you would flip them. Okay.
Is
2, 4, 6, great.
I would flip 2, 4, 6, great.
With Friendship University.
Yes.
Okay.
I would say, this is his list. I'm just here talking with him.
Right.
Fine. But I would say that Friendship University would be the one worst, and then 2, 4, 6, great would be 2, because at least that had a good resolution.
It did.
At the end, that had a good resolution.
Yeah, it did.
And Friendship University did, but Friendship University was all bad.
Yeah.
But
with Friendship University, here's the thing. You expect Flim and Flam to act that way.
That's true.
You do not expect Rainbow Dash, the element of loyalty, to act like a complete douchebag.
Hence why that was number 1 over Friendship University. I get that now.
In every sense of the word. Gets assigned to coach the cheer squad instead of coach the buckball team. Wanted no part in any of it. Showed it multiple times throughout the episode.
Yeah.
And then made Yona and Ocellus cry.
And then Smolder had
to be our voice of reason again. Because she's amazing. Yeah, thanks Celestia for Smolder to knock some sense into her. But my gosh.
Made him all kinds of pissed.
Oh, I was pissed.
He was pissed to the point of tears himself.
Yes.
So, yeah, I can understand. I actually now talking about that, I can understand why.
It'd be over Friendship University. Yeah, that's why. I mean, I gave it a 1 out of 10, but yeah, it barely, but yeah, it's still very bad.
Oh, you gave 2 for 6.
A 1. Yeah, 1. Yeah. So, yeah.
I can understand why you made those two.
Because like I said, Flam and Flam's behavior, you expect. Rainbow Dash being a jerk, no,
not at all.
Not at that level. I mean, yeah, she can be like that at times, but not at that level. You know.
And that was season 9.
That was season 9. Yeah, that was episode 15 of season 9. Yeah.
The episode of every pony, in some way, shape, or form, acting out of character. Every pony went through that.
Pretty much at least once. Yeah, it was. And in the end, it really didn't play a role in the finale. It really didn't, and I thought it would in some way. But yeah, it was kind of odd that was the case. So yeah, I found that really
Although Flim and Flam were with him during the
how odd is that Flim and Flam were actually in the whole group shot there at the end and helping? What the heck?
Well, here's why I think that is. It's like, okay, we're jackasses, we're jerks, but this is all of Equestria. They lose, we lose. So yeah, let's go.
That's true.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that.
Kind of like I said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, but yeah, everyone was talking about that as well. All right, enough of the bad.
I thought we were doing the.
Let's talk about the good.
Okay, so we're not.
We did the worst first.
We're not necessarily saving the best for the last because we got.
Well, yeah, because there is more to come. But yeah,
okay,
we'll do the soapbox
at least of the list. Okay.
The best was a lot harder, like I said, to narrow down. This was.
We talked about that. I think we were off screen there, or we're.
Yeah,
we were off screen
at the start. I had probably over maybe close to 100 episodes, if not. Let's see, maybe about like 70, 80 episodes. Yeah, from across all the seasons.
Yeah.
Then I narrowed it down to 36, and then eventually I got it down to 25. I'm not gonna mark like all the ones that I crossed off, but I won't cross off like the ones I originally like counted. So here's the ones again that were close to making the cut that didn't quite make the cut. Dragon Shy was very close.
I like that one.
That was it. May the Best Pet Win.
Yeah.
With Rainbow Dash getting Tank.
Uh-huh.
Hearts and Hooves Day. With the CMCs and Big Mac and Cheerily.
With them potion.
Yes. Yeah, that was a fun one. Dragon Quest with Spike going back to the Dragonlands.
Okay, yeah.
Wonderbolt's Academy. Of course, that one sticks. With Rainbow Dash and Lightning Dust.
Yes.
Pinky Apple Pie.
That was cool.
Of course, Apples to the Core. One of the best songs in the series.
Ever.
Yes. Yep. Rainbow Falls, I liked.
Remind me of that one.
Okay, that was the one where Rainbow Dash has to decide whether or not to fly for Cloudsdale or Ponyville in the Equestria games.
Oh.
Yes. Yep. And Soren hurts
fakes an
injury, and Soren hurts his wing. Yeah. Yep. Cutie Map season 5 premiere, of course, because that introduced us to Starlight.
And it canonizes everything in the first My Little Pony movie. Wow. Look at the map. Every place we've been.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. Yep. Amending Fences, where Twilight goes back to Moon Dancer.
Yes. That one was good.
Yep. Every Little Thing She Does with Starlight brainwashing the ponies to speed up her friendship lessons.
I'd have to rewatch that episode.
Really? You don't remember that one?
No.
So she has so many friendship lessons that Twilight's teaching her, so she decides to use spells to speed them up and then brainwashes them to do what she wants, and they take it a little too literally.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else just missed the cut? Oh, the other one was Between Dark and Dawn, from season 9, the mid-season finale with Celestia and Luna going on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You were kind of on that one?
Not really one of my favorites, though.
Okay.
Because of the fighting.
Oh yeah, the fighting was a common thing.
Crap,
Yeah.
Is she gonna go back to Nightmare Moon
Or Daybreaker? Yeah. That was definitely.
Forgot about Daybreaker.
That was a real problem. Yeah.
That's Celestia's evil self.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. All right. Here's the 25 best. 25, Newbie Dash, season 6, episode 7. I mean, come on. It's Rainbow Dash accomplishing her lifelong dream, becoming a Wonder Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, even though she got saddled with that horrifying nickname in Rainbow Crash that brought up all those bad memories, it had hilarious moments, even some hilarious fellow nicknames from the Bolts, because Soren's Clipper. I think once they were like Hoof and Mouth. Surprise is called Slowpoke. And then, of course, the joke where like Spitfire's like, you don't want to know what they call me. And she goes, Abs. And everyone was speculating on like what she said. The consensus among the fandom is that her nickname is Shitfire.
Yeah.
Like that's the consensus among the fandom. Like that it's not G-rated. Like
yeah.
So in order for her to whisper it, so that's the consensus among the fandom. So I could see that.
I mean, and now that you mention it, I like the resolution on that when it's like we don't only give you a crappy nickname, and they ended up, we all have embarrassing moments that led to nicknames, and it made Rainbow Dash not feel so
bad about Crash. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Because all through that episode, she thought she was the only one with a
right.
nickname.
Exactly. Right.
It's not.
Right. And plus, anytime, Sword and Spitfire get to speak in an episode, it's awesome because they're my favorite. So, one of the main reasons why I love the Bolts.
Cast, drink it through a straw.
That was later. That was a different episode, but yeah. Yeah, that's definitely.
That was one of my favorite.
That's definitely one of Spitfire's best moments.
Oh, my goodness gracious, yes.
Bringing out her inner Chris Farley.
Please tell me that's on the best list. Or did that make the cut? Washouts.
Is that from Washouts? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I considered Washouts as the best or not.
You remember when
I do remember it, yes, but I don't think I put it on. I don't know if I considered it or not.
Who's the CMC that Rainbow Dash?
Scootaloo.
When Scootaloo wants to join.
Yeah, I did because I don't know. I was torn on Washouts. I was not one of my favorites. No, okay. I was torn because
you like the line, but not enough.
But not the whole episode. Yeah. No, that part is the funniest part of the episode. Hands hooves down. But
when Spitfire's
doing that to Scootaloo,
Scootaloo out of
exactly. But as a whole,
as a whole,
not thrilled of it. Yeah. No.
Hello. I'm actually doing a YouTube stream with Chris. Is it important? Okay. Love you too. Bye. That was Mom. Just wanted to
okay. But yeah. So yeah, as a whole, wasn't thrilled of it. Mm-hmm. And Lightning Dust never got a reformation either, unfortunately. Rivals for life. That's the last thing we ever heard from Lightning Dust was rivals for life.
Well, with that, when she says rivals for life, it was we're rivals, but we still respect. It wasn't mean.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because Rainbow Dash and Lightning Dust slap hands says
that
rivals
is
for
true.
Life. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Or hoof bumped.
Yeah.
So what's his hand stuff with their horses?
They
slapped hands, yeah.
They slapped hooves, and
this isn't Lyra. Come on now.
Well, okay, but in a way that they culminated it to be, we're rivals, but we still do have that little bit of respect.
Sure,
you saw that.
Sure, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Who's the one that said rivals for life?
That was Lightning Dust when she got blasted off. Yeah,
rivals for life, and Rainbow Dash says wouldn't have it any other way. But it wasn't a mean.
That's true.
It wasn't out of meanness.
It was
out of mutual.
I agree with that.
Respect.
Now to put it that way, yeah, I agree with that. So.
Yeah,
but yeah, Newbie Dash, good episode.
Yeah.
24, a horseshoe in from this past season. Season 9, episode 20.
How did that even make the list? I don't even know how that made your list. Ugh.
Because Starlight at least shines brightly in the episode. The way she went about finding the Vice Head Mirror was good. I mean, Trixie was annoying. Wink. But
50,000 times.
7, actually.
Wink.
Wink.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she was annoying.
That was hard for me to watch.
It was painful, but
yeah.
But Trixie actually you gotta give credit for Trixie for this. She did give solid advice when she suggested Sunburst for the job. You got to at
And
least
she
give her credit
did.
for that.
And I guess because then she did actually get a job.
And then she got the
counselor's job.
because she can give good advice. She stood up for Gallus to Grandpa Grubb, and Gallus said, "No one's ever done that before for me."
No, you're not going to do that.
Yeah,
You're not going to do him that way.
Right.
So I guess I can see that.
Yeah,
Now that
I mean,
you explain, it's like
it barely makes the list, but because of that, but there were some still positive moments. So and from what we saw in the epilogue, the school is still thriving very well for itself under Starlight and Sunburst and Trixie's leadership.
Yeah.
So very well. Number 23, Triple Threat from season 7. 3 of my favorite characters and races on the screen in one episode with Spike, Ember, and Thorax, all in one episode. Pinch me, I must be dreaming.
Okay. Don't remember Triple Threat that much.
Okay, so this was when Spike arranged, for Ember and Thorax then to come to Ponyville on the same day, accidentally. Yeah, and so he didn't realize it until it was too late. So then he feared, like, oh no, what if they don't get along? So he tried to keep them separate the whole time.
Yeah.
So it was hilarious in that regard. Starlight went with Thorax and Twilight went with Ember and across the city to keep them apart.
Yeah.
And the running gag with Ember confusing Twilight and Starlight.
Yeah.
You're both purple ponies with purple hair. You both have cutie marks with sparkly things. And Starlight's like, well, mine's more of a glimmer. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just too funny. Gosh, I love you, Ember. That was so great. It was just so funny. But so Spike then creating the friendship problem, because then the map calls him, then he starts to glow because there's a friendship problem. Oh, wait, you created the friendship problem because you kept Ember and Thorax separate.
Yeah.
But then it led to them making a bond even stronger because they talked about, their issues of being a leader and, with Thorax needing to be more assertive and then Ember needing to share her feelings, And Ember's like, I think I'm allergic to feelings. Thorax's like, don't be so touchy-feely about it. Just let it out. Just let me know how you feel. And then when she actually did it to Spike, her face gets all red and like, I'm mad. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So
okay, I do remember.
Yeah, so that was just a great episode. And then at the end, all 3 of them hugging, and Ember's like, "Oh, again, the hug thing."
Yeah.
Ember is not a fan of hugs.
Yeah.
That was good. 22, Horseplay, season 8, episode 7. You didn't like Horseplay?
The way they treated Celestia.
Dude, she was funny.
She was, but and then Celestia getting royally mad, no pun intended.
Yeah.
For them not telling her the truth. It's like
that was the drawback. Yeah. Yeah, but Nicole
talk about ponies being out of character.
That's true. But
wow.
But Nicole had to have a ton of fun recording it, for sure. Like saying, I have no acting experience. Like that had to have been like a crazy line for her to say. What could possibly go wrong taking on the lead role in Twilight's play? Well, apparently a lot in very hilarious fashion. But it worked out in the end. Celestia's a better stage director than an actress. And then in the end, when she went full on troll, I'm going to step down from the throne and go full time into theater. And Twilight's like, what? And she's like, gotcha. It was perfect. It was so perfect.
I cried. It's like, gotcha. Mean.
Yeah, that was great.
That was rich, but that was
rich.
mean as hell.
It was. But it was a great ending to the episode. That was one of the best episodes of that season. It was so good. 21, going back to the early season 1, Fall Weather Friends, episode 13 in the series. The competitive rivalry between AJ and Rainbow Dash started right in that very episode. And, with the running of the leaves and the race between the two. And since then, we saw numerous instances of the two competing against each other. And hard to believe that 8 years after that, they ended up together. Competitiveness attracts, I guess. Hard to believe. But all started in Fall Weather Friends. And actually, according to AC Race Best, that's the episode that got him hooked into the series, too.
Oh, Fall Weather
Friends was the first episode you ever watched. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, so, but...
See, I started from the beginning. I came in,
Yeah, you start right from the get-go. See, I stumbled upon one toward the end of season 2.
I think we were in 4.
Yeah, when you started watching it, yeah. Yeah, but
I
you
started
start from the start.
I started when it was like 3 or 4 seasons on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go season 5 or season 4 episode whatever and then go back.
You started from season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would have been a smart thing to do.
But there was 4 seasons.
Right, correct.
You know, we were sitting around one night. I don't know if I've ever said. Sitting around one night talking about My Little Pony again. You know, because Matt and Erica, Matt's ex-wife. I don't know if Erica's ever been on.
No.
Probably not, because she's a bitch. Excuse me. But no. They're all sitting talking about My Little Pony again, as they usually did. Because anytime they got together, it was, what happened this week? What happened? Da, 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 you know, it's like, and I'm sitting there thinking, what the heck are these guys talking about? Why are they talking about a girls' show?
Right.
Oh, a show for little girls, which I watched. I watched a documentary, not the one you watched,
right?
But I watched another one on YouTube,
right,
about the Brony fandom.
Sure.
What was the one you watched? Oh, frick. The one you told me that I needed to watch about the Brony documentary.
Is that the one they filmed at BronyCon?
It might have been.
Yeah.
But I watched another one.
You watched a different one, right?
Because I couldn't find
the one, right, correct.
But incidentally, that's how a lot of people thought of it. Oh, it's just a show for little girls. My Little Ponies for little girls, which it had been up until Friendship is Magic.
Right.
It had been geared to girls,
right,
little girls. And so I'm thinking, okay, it's little girls. You know, why are they talking and why are they so in love with a show for little girls? But then Matt started playing me the music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Apples to the Core.
Yeah.
The Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Helping Twilight Sparkle win the crown.
Yeah. A lot of stuff from EQG.
Yeah. I fell in love with the music of My Little Pony before I even knew My Little Pony.
Right.
It's like, and every time, you like this? I was like, yeah, tapping my feet, humming it, and whatever. It's from My Little Pony. Crap! Dang it! Why do I like that so much?
Right.
And, you know, sorry to go off script here.
No, you're good.
This is kind of what I was.
Right.
My contribution to this, because it's a retrospective of everything, and it's like a culmination of. I look at it as a culmination of Gen 4.
Yes.
Episodes.
Yes.
For us.
Yes.
So they were sitting at my house one night talking about My Little Pony again, saying how good it is, and like they were all, you know, we think you'd like it. You just need to watch, you know, start watching it. Da 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 da, telling me all the Equestria Girls movies. And I found it on Netflix. I said, all right, yakkos. I didn't say yakkos, but
yeah.
Keeping it G. Keeping it a good rating here.
G.
Well, I think I've said hell.
Yeah. We try to keep it PG at least. Yeah,
PG.
but a few slips,
maybe 13.
But, you know,
not
right. Nothing bad. Yeah.
Blatant.
Right.
I was like, all right, you a-holes. I think is what I said.
I think that's what you said. Yeah.
Only I said the real word.
You said the actual word. Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know what? I've been drinking. Like literally I said, I've been drinking, so all right. I'll watch one. I'll watch one episode.
Famous last words. I'll watch one.
But you'll never convert me to be a
I will never be a brony. Yeah.
Famous last words again.
Yeah.
One episode, and then I swear they did this on purpose. They make the premieres and finales usually into two-parters.
Yes.
I swear they do that on purpose. Now I'm okay with it because obviously I'm a fan. But it's like, okay, I can't just watch one because it's a two-parter.
Right.
All right. Okay, so I'll watch part 2 just because it's all one episode.
Right.
That's my thought.
Right.
Okay, part 2 is part of that one episode I said I would watch. Okay, so I'll watch that. Kind of interesting, and then actually towards the middle of the first episode, actually the end of the first episode, I was pretty much hooked there.
Yeah.
Because, and looking back, okay?
Sure.
Looking back, it was so obvious that they were going to be the elements of harmony themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember way back, watch the first episode.
Yeah.
When they're in the library, Twilight's library, and
the old Golden Oak Library.
Yeah, and then she's naming off the elements of harmony. Only 5 are said to exist. Generosity, loyalty, and it.
And then she said like well, then who's the 6th? Like
No,
what's the 6th?
no,
or something like that.
No.
Okay.
Well, she does, but it's so obvious that they represent the elements of harmony even before they got them.
Right.
Because as she's naming off, as she's listing off the elements, it's panning to each one of them. She says loyalty, it shows on Rainbow Dash. She says laughter, it pans to Pinkie Pie. Honesty pans to Applejack. It's so obvious that they're gonna represent.
Right.
And like looking back on it now, knowing what we know, it's like that was a tell that they're gonna represent each of them as it's being listed. And then at the end of that episode, and then she flat out says, Applejack, you represent the honesty because of this. Pinkie Pie, you're the one that
your laughter because
but even before that, when she's in her library and reading,
that was a tell to us, the audience.
It should have been, looking back at it now, that like when she says laughter, Pinkie Pie, honesty, it pans
all down the line.
As she's listing, it pans to each one of them. It's like that should have been a tell that they're going to represent those because they ended up doing that.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh my God, I can't stop watching. So to end my story, I started about what, midnight?
Yeah.
That night?
Yep.
Midnight, 11 o'clock.
Yep.
I started, and then 8, 9, 10 hours later, I don't think I went to bed till 2 o'clock that afternoon. Okay, the next afternoon.
And which one of us called you first?
I think it might have been you. I forget.
What you doing?
Still watching it like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Still watching?
No, it was them.
Oh,
it was
that's right. They called first. Yeah, they called first.
You're hooked, aren't you? Shut up. He calls right after that.
What you doing?
Because apparently, obviously, they called, be like, call Nate.
You gotta call him now.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Still watching. And your response was?
We got you, didn't we?
We got you.
Shut up! Click. And at the other end, you don't hear, yes!
He hangs up. He goes, yes! It started as, well, the music.
Yeah.
I started liking the music.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I'll watch one episode. But for me, after the music, actually, it started as, we're going to this convention, which was Winnie City.
Yeah.
And it was going to be me, him, Matt, and Erica. Well, originally it was going to be you, Troy, Matt, and Erica.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I will go just so you don't have to take him. because
Right.
he's
Right.
not. He wasn't really Troy wasn't really too much of a friend of
Right.
his.
Right.
So to save him that, I was
Right.
like, all right, I'll go just so we don't have to be around him.
Right.
So it's like, okay, to kind of familiarize myself to what I'm getting into, I'll watch 1 or 2 episodes. You'll never get me to be a brony. I'll never be fully converted. Bull crap. Yeah.
Yeah. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah. And now, fast forward, what? I came in at season 4. What year?
So that would have been 2013.
Yeah.
Because remember, the show started in 2010.
No, really? Was
Yes.
it 13?
Yeah, season 4 was 13.
Oh.
Because season 3 was 12. And then I came in 12.
Well, then it had to be sooner than that because I came in right before we went to PonyCon. There had to be more seasons than that. Maybe it was like season 5 or 6 was on Netflix because there was a bunch of seasons on Netflix already. I came in right before we went to the first PonyCon.
Well, 2017, that would have been season 7, though.
6 or 7. Yeah, because season 6 was on Netflix.
Okay.
I remember. Season 7 was going on. There were 6 seasons on Netflix, and I watched them all.
Yeah.
I started watching right before we went to PonyCon because we were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'll familiarize myself to what I'm getting into so I'm not out of the loop when we go. See, it was 2-3 years later. Here I am.
Yeah, because season 7 premiered April 15th, 2017.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that season 7 was going on. There was 6 on Netflix.
Right.
And a couple of the movies were on Netflix. I think Equestria Girls and Rainbow Rocks were the 2 on Netflix at the time. I forget when the EQGs came out, but yeah.
Yeah, because season 4 premiered on November 23rd of 2013.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, I started watching right before
season 7 then.
Right before PonyCon.
Right. So that was before season 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
before season 7 came on Netflix.
Right.
Like,
so you had a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, but it is. It's like, and now here I am. I am a brony. I don't make no bones about it. I'm not afraid to admit it. And I put on a pony head in the sponsor lounge this year.
Did you really?
Yes. Yeah, you knew that.
Was I with you during this?
No. Sarah took the picture, remember? Of me wearing the
pony that's right.
Pony suit.
That's right. You wore Scootaloo's head. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
that's
guy.
Right. That's right.
There's a couple people that dress.
There's a ton of people that do cosplay at con. Yeah.
There's a ton of people that do cosplay, but there is a couple people that
do the full-on suits.
There's a few people that do the
full-on
pony suits. Don't worry, they ain't perverted or nothing. They just dress in character.
You're right.
You know, I've talked to the guy and I asked him, I said, how do you keep yourself cool with that? And he's got a little fan in the nose.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's usually how it's done in most mascot costumes. So, yeah.
It's like, I wonder how that would fit. So he let me put the pony head on, and I'm sitting there like a creep, like. And Sarah, my wife, who you all know from the unboxing videos,
right?
For our OCs, they got me hooked. Now I'm a brony. We've been to three of
the 4 Winnie Cities. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't know about it
in 2016. Otherwise, we would have
on year 1.
Yep.
They got me hooked. I watched the show. Love the show. I've watched all the movies.
Let's see. Went from just regular weekend attendees to full-on sponsors.
Earth, wasn't it?
Well, you guys were Earth. I was Pegasus in 18. They were all unicorn last year, to me getting on stage and playing Pictionary with the guests of honor.
Yeah.
Which was so cool.
Pegasus, when you were the Pegasus.
Ian still tweets about that. Like Ian and I still talk on Twitter like all the time. Yeah, we do. Yeah. And then to doing our own panel last year.
Yeah.
How far we have come. So awesome.
I would have never thought.
No, and I said that during the send off in the stream. I never would have guessed how.
Like I say, if my future self could come to my past self about Walmart, I wish to God, myself now would have went to myself way, way further back then. Says, do it, boy. This is going to be so cool for you, so good for you. You have no idea what good is in store.
Yeah.
I honestly wish I would have gotten into it sooner. I wish I hadn't, no pun intended, but I wish I hadn't bucked it so much, because they were, how long were you trying to get me
we
on,
were trying to get you for a little while. Yeah, we were trying to get you
6
on for a little
months?
while. Yeah, at least a few months. Yeah.
And they talked about it for like 4 or 5 months, and how great this show is. And, it's not just little girls anymore. It's everything. You're going to like it because it's something for everybody.
Yeah.
And, just like pretty much all the bronies all fans have a story like that to some degree. It's like, yes, you remember the My Little Pony from the 80s, geared to girls. Hasbro was trying to promote their toy line. So that's how the show came about.
Well, Lauren Faust took it and put a way different spin on it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm talking Hasbro in the 80s when it was a girl show.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, back then.
It was never meant to be. It really was never meant to be the success that it is.
Well, Lauren Faust made it. Yeah.
Yeah. My Little Pony in itself was never meant to be
not at this level.
The success that it is.
Yeah, not at this level.
It was an advertising ploy for Hasbro to advertise their toys.
Right. Correct.
Lauren Faust, and as the shows went on in the 80s, there was a couple made-for-TV movies. If you've not watched the evolution of My Little Pony on YouTube, do it. It's so cool.
Okay.
It's so good. Because they do it from the 80s to the current Friendship is Magic.
Right.
It's so cool. They also do an evolution of the My Little Pony theme song, which again is cool. But it was never meant to be a show. It was never meant to be this big, huge thing, conventions spawning all over the place. It was never meant to be like that. It was meant to be an advertising.
So really, they were totally caught off guard by how it blew up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And especially this gen, Friendship is Magic.
Gen 4,
Because generations 1 through 3 never spawned
any conventions of this level. Yeah.
Now My Little Pony was a port. There's my blooper. Port of toy.
Right.
I was gonna say port of toy. Part. God, dog it. Part of toy conventions.
Yeah, not port.
Good. But it was never meant to be conventions in itself.
Amazing how one letter can change a word, right? like assertive and assertive, right?
Yeah. That was my blooper, and it kept going on.
Right. Parts, not ports. Yeah, okay.
Anyways, but no. Then Lauren Faust says, no, I can take it a whole different way, and I'm going to take it a whole nother way because I'm a fan of, and she says it on the Decade of Pony.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I was a fan of My Little Pony in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
When I grew up on My Little Pony in the 80s. But then she says, I can make it something for everybody.
Absolutely.
I want to make it something for everybody.
Absolutely.
And she said in the Decade special, she says, I want to make a show where the parents can still get the nostalgia of their childhood with the My Little Pony in the 80s that they remember.
Yep.
But kind of modernize it for the kids now.
Yes.
And I want to make something that the parents can also enjoy alongside their kids. I'm watching episode 1 again because, like, after the finale and the Decade of My Little Pony special, I kind of felt a little nostalgic, and I started the season over.
Yeah.
And I bring up when Twilight is talking to Spike about, falling in love with Rarity, she says, "Slow down, Casanova."
Right.
What 6-year-old's going to get that reference?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's
that right there. What should have been the first indication that this is not your 80s.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
Adults would get it. That was an adult reference,
yes.
not like a porn.
No, but definitely not
anything.
one that the kids would get
No.
unless you really, unless you explain it or really know it. So,
but I got it right away.
Right.
And so did every smart adult when she says, "Take it easy, Casanova." No kid is going to understand what that means, but adults will.
Exactly.
That's what Lauren Faust was going for. That's what she got.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the long and short of the history.
I'm a brony. They got me hooked on the series. I have my OC. Yeah, everything. Like from full circle.
Completely. Never would have thought, but here we are. So, following up the season 1, number 21, again, Fall with Their Friends. Good episode.
Sorry for getting off on that little.
Hey, but it relates. It works.
YouTube doesn't have a limit.
That's true.
I've seen videos that are 3-4
hours.
I know.
Hell,
I've seen videos that are, 24 hours.
Oh, I know.
Somebody made a loop of the John Cena.
Oh yeah, the loops. Yeah, I know.
Time is now.
Yeah, people can do that.
24-hour loop continuous.
Yeah.
I've seen 24-hour streams of hockey games
or charity events.
Charity.
Because Adler does some charity stuff, like Flappy New Year's, like with his charity for
Adler. Who's he?
I told you about Adler the Eagle, the first suitor from Muncie.
Huh?
I know I've told you about Adler the Eagle.
The first what?
The first suitor from Muncie that dresses up as the Eagle.
I
thought I told you about Adler.
You have.
Yeah.
A long time
he lives in Muncie, but yeah. But anyway, back to the list.
Yes.
Number 20, Slice of Life, the 100th episode of the show.
Yeah.
From season 5.
Yeah.
Now, granted, this is the ultimate example of fan pandering because it's all the background characters getting their spotlight, which is why it's kind of lower on the list. But, seeing them have their shining moments, that was pretty cool. You know, Lyra and Bon Bon and Derpy and Dr. Hooves and Octavia and Vinyl Scratch, and interacting with each other. Yeah, and we all knew in that moment that Lyra and Bon Bon would be more than just friends. You kind of knew that from the start. And of course, the most hilarious part though, Gummy and that inner monologue where when all the characters are falling forward in slow motion and Gummy's just having these inner thoughts come out.
Yeah, Auntie Holiday and Auntie
Lofty.
Auntie Lofty and Auntie Holiday were supposed to be the first lesbian pair, and I made reference to it. I've seen more
out of Lyra
affection
and Bon Bon.
out of Lyra and Bon Bon, not knowing that in the finale they were gonna, in the last Hearts and Hooves Day episode, the ultimate proposal, which
Big Mac question. Yeah,
the Big Mac question.
Yeah.
No idea that they were going to propose to each other. No idea.
And it was a blink and you'll miss it. Like it was in the background.
Yeah. I think you did miss it the first.
I did miss it the first time, and then I'm like,
you're like, whoa,
back that up. Yeah, and then I'm like,
was that what I
thought it was? Yeah, and then it's like,
and
no.
Then I get like this close to the TV, I get this close to the
and you're
TV.
Like,
no.
Yeah.
Which, to each their own. If y'all are into that, fine.
Right.
Yeah. And then in the finale, the series finale, they get married.
Yes, because you see that in the paper.
It's like
it's officially canon.
When they said Auntie Lofty and Auntie Holiday were supposed to be,
there's no proof of that. None.
Lyra and Bon Bon had more proof of a lesbian relationship. Thank you.
Exactly.
And it turns out we were right.
We were right all along. We knew it.
But Auntie Lofty and Auntie Holiday were the ones that were profiled all over the net. It was all over the net.
First lesbian couple.
No.
Really?
No. They're not.
So, but anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah, Slice of Life. great episode. Background characters getting their moments while the main six fight the bugbear. That was awesome. But Gummy though was the highlight for me. Lee Tokar did so many cool, neat characters, and of course we met Lee at Winning City 17, and he's so many great characters. He's hilarious. He was great.
I don't remember that. I remember meeting Kathy Westlock.
Well, yeah, but Lee was there too. Lee does Gummy and Stephen Magnet and all those characters. Yeah,
you met him.
I don't think you met Lee.
Him.
I met Lee.
I did
because I had Lee sign my Rainbow Dash plush, along with Claire and Ian Corlett and Rebecca.
I met Kathy and Rebecca.
Yeah, yep, that's right. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So.
And of course, Winnie City 17 was our first.
Yes, it was our first, correct. Yes.
So we weren't sponsors then.
No, we were just regular weekend badge. Yep, that was our first weekend. Yep. Number 19, School Rays, the season 8 finale. You're surprised at that?
Yes. I was thinking you were going to put that on a bad episode.
Really?
Yeah, I know the Student 6
Save Equestria.
Save Equestria and all that, but that was tough for me to watch because all
it's Cozy Glow?
Because all the evil
that
led up to that. Yes, it had a
Cozy Glow is a little, but. But
yeah,
you can probably fill in the blank on that one.
Insert air horn here.
Yeah, right.
If we had,
there you go.
If we had editing software to do that,
yeah,
but we don't because we're cheap.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so the Student 6 took what they learned from the School of Friendship and the Tree of Harmony to put an end to Cozy Glow's attempted overthrow and become Empress of Friendship. Seriously, that demon filly was obsessed with power from the very start. And I called it because I knew something wasn't right with her from the beginning.
Yes, you did.
I called it. Like, from Marks for Effort, I'm thinking, she's evil. Like, there is something not right with her.
Well, you didn't. Well, I can.
Okay, I might not paint her as evil, but I knew something wasn't right with her.
You, he cocked his head like.
The way she said magic with those eyes when she was naming off the elements of harmony, like.
Magic?
Like, magic! And, like, those eyes.
Yeah. And he looked at me and says, she's a little off.
Yeah, there was something not right with her, yeah.
Something ain't right with her.
I had a feeling she was going to play a big role.
And then, he went nuts at School Rays.
Yeah. Because, Cozy Glow's evil.
I called it. I knew she was a bitch.
Yeah.
Parents, you get that reference.
Right.
Older kids, you'll get that reference.
Right.
But we can't say it. We're trying to keep it PG or PG-13.
Right.
Yeah.
But luckily, the students rescued Starlight and came together just in time to put an end to the Phillies' madness.
Chancellor Stinking Naysay.
Oh, and Chancellor Naysay.
Chancellor Naysay being rescued by the
student
creatures that he hated.
Yeah, that was poetic justice. That was
Chancellor Naysay.
That was poetic justice.
You know where to stick it.
You'll know where you can stick that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was poetic justice, but
all the creatures that he hated didn't want the school,
I didn't know a pony could be evil. Well, there you go.
Hello.
All these creatures that are so bad to ponies
end up saving your ass.
Right. From a evil pony. Gee, who'd have thought?
Uh-huh. And he was in the finale.
Yeah.
With the group.
Yep. Well, because he did get reformed in a way. He realized the error of his ways. He eventually... Granted, we didn't see him the whole season until... I would have liked to see him earlier before the finale. But,
Friendship University, he was all for Flim and Flam.
Oh, that's true.
Her.
That is true. Yeah,
screwing
that is true.
Twilight.
He didn't really completely turn around. Yeah,
No.
That is true. But...
I mean, he realized that he was duped along with the rest of them, but he didn't completely
He wasn't fully around, right?
He wasn't. He didn't flip.
In the end, though, Cozy Glow deserved to go to Tartarus for all that. Although putting her next to T-Rex might not have been the best idea.
No.
Hey, Ben Val, want to be friends? That look on her face, like, oh, no.
We were like, Oh,
Yeah.
that's
That's
gonna
gonna be interesting.
that's gonna end up hurting them.
Yeah, right.
We both had that
Well, yeah.
reaction.
Right.
That's gonna end
That's
up
gonna hurt
something.
them. Number 18, Magic Duel.
Uh-huh.
Season 3, episode 5.
Yeah.
You know, as annoying as Trixie can be, you have to hand it to her. She's very interesting, flamboyant, very showy character. And this was the first moment we saw her on screen, and she and Twilight battled till the very end, and it led to them having a bit of a rift that really didn't get fully healed until No Second Prances.
Yeah.
When Starlight befriended her, but we cannot forget when the great and powerful herself made her grand entrance. The only thing disappointing is that also her voice actress does not do conventions. It's disappointing. Like Kathleen Barr does not do conventions. Yeah.
Witch.
Yeah, it's disappointing that she just wants nothing to do with it. She wants no part of it.
If you are part of the show, just like John Delancey, if you are part of a show that is this popular, and if your character is so well loved, why are you so against
going to conventions?
Is it because you're greedy and they don't pay you enough, or just do you not like your fans? Well, then get the hell out of acting. Get the hell out of something that's going to put you in the public eye.
True.
If you don't like people.
True. That's a great point.
Right. Unless you're good with people, stay out of any profession that's going to put you in the public eye.
It makes you appreciate the ones more that do come, for sure, that are willing to do it and interact with their fans.
Yeah.
So, I never understood why her voice actress does not want to go to cons, but can't fault the character. She's definitely an interesting one. Number 17, Parental Guidance.
That was tough the episode itself was tough for me.
Oh, for the way Rainbow Dash acted toward her parents? Yeah.
Resolution was good.
Yes.
Halfway through the episode, it started coming together, but
yeah, it was it was good to see that we got this episode. It was a long time coming to see Dash's parents. That was huge, big moment.
Quite frankly, for me, I'll tell you all in the YouTube universe, the reason I didn't care too much for it was because that reminded me of my relationship. That hit a little too hard to you, too personal.
Okay, I get that.
Because of the fact that Rainbow Dash's parents never saw her as an adult. They never really respected her as a grown.
Right, because they were always so excited and a little too excited.
They were
granted they were supportive, but just too supportive.
Yeah. Showing what was it? Starlight? No, showing Scootaloo the first apple she had.
That's a little much. Or the first diaper she ever wore.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little much.
They took their support and love.
Yeah, I get it.
Over the top.
Yeah, that was a little much.
The fact that they never saw her as a grown pony, they always saw her as a little kid.
Right.
Yeah, right in the feels for me.
Okay.
That's my parents. Whereas your mom raised you for the majority of your life, but she still raised you to be your own person.
Exactly.
She raised you to be an adult, and
she wanted me to have independence as soon as possible.
Yeah. She sees you as that adult that has earned their independence, needs that independence.
Sure.
My parents still don't.
Right.
So that one hit a little too hard personally for me because I saw a lot of my parents' attitudes.
And not only that, Scootaloo shines in the episode as well because telling the parents, oh yeah, she's a Wonderbolt now. So then they go to the academy. And that leads to her scene to watch.
But in that regard, it was deserved. Because they weren't treating her as an adult. They weren't treating her as an independent.
That's true. And cheering on her for hanging up a towel. Why are you hanging up that towel? Best towel hanger ever. Really. Yeah, that I can understand.
They take their support way over the top, and it almost becomes sickening.
But then it hits you when then Dash, shows her the past, and then Scootaloo tells her, I never had somebody like that to tell me how amazing I was, and yet you had it all the time. which kind of explains why Scoots looked up to her so much. But then Dash realizes, oh no, I took him for granted, and then finds a way to make it up with the performance. So
yeah,
that was.
See, and I don't really think she took him for granted. I think their support was over the top, and Rainbow always knew that.
Yeah.
Ugh. Just like Sarah says with her job, part of what is making her job so unlikable is, she told one of her bosses, she says, I don't need to be fawned over and told how cool I am all the time and how good I do. I just don't want to go to a job where I'm told how much I suck all the time. Same thing.
Right.
She didn't need it all the time.
Right.
It wore on her because it was all the time. Best towel hanger.
Right.
Big deal. They
Right.
make a big deal. You make such a big deal out of everything. I get it that we get it that you're proud of her.
You sign that photo. Cut the ribbon. Then he actually cuts off Spitfire's main tail off. Yeah.
There's
such a thing as too much
support.
Yes, yeah, there is.
Where you become obsessed to the point of that's unhealthy.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
an unhealthy obsession.
There's being passionate, and then there's like going too far.
Yeah.
There is a line. You definitely don't want to cross it. And when I'm with anything, like I try not to cross that line as much as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go beyond it, but a little bit. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. And I got people around me. This is why I don't have that many friends, though, because when I do go beyond a line, I know I got the people around me to call me out when I need.
Yes, like
that's why I don't.
Matt and Erica did at the games, or Matt and Tabby, not Matt and Erica. Yeah, Matt and Tabby.
Shame on you. Yeah, but you know what? I don't have that many friends because I don't know who's going to call me out when I'm getting a little too rambunctious or whatever.
Right.
My circle of friends, my small circle of friends, the reason why it's so small is because I know I got these are the people that are going to call me out. These are the people that are going to be honest, not backstabbing pieces of crap.
Exactly. Right.
And it's like, okay, I'm good with that.
Right.
I don't want to make no more friends because who's being fake and who's not.
Exactly.
I know that, for the most part, Matt and Tabby aren't fake. Matt can get a little off, when he's trying to protect himself or whatever with the whole Matt and Erica situation.
Right.
But you know what? We value our friendship to the point of, we want to reconcile. Whether that takes a third party, and Tabby's done the same thing,
right.
During the first part of their relationship,
right.
And Erica did that too.
Mm-hmm.
When me and Matt had some bad things, it's like your friends don't throw that away. I don't want you to throw that away. Da da da.
Right.
But my small circle of friends is going to do that. I don't want to make no more friends because, like I said, who's fake, who's real. I don't want to have to, sift through that. So it's like, I don't have a lot of friends, but I'm happy because the small amount of friends I have is far makes up for the ones I don't.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyways.
Moving on. Number 16, Heartwarming Club.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes featuring the Student Six.
Mm-hmm.
Mysterious figure causing the fire of friendship at the heartwarming tree to explode in a mess of goop. Twilight and Rainbow Dash immediately single out the students because they hadn't left the school yet for the holidays. But none of them were willing to confess, so they all had to clean up together while being interrogated. But we see each student get a shine because they talk about their own traditions. Some are straightforward, others pretty hilarious and off the wall.
Yeah.
But eventually, all six meet with them. None of them confess, and it got to a boiling point, and they all start blaming each other. But then, but Gallus comes up, stops the fighting, then shares his story about the one time the Griffins are almost nice to each other, the Blue Moon Festival. And then it's right in the feels when Silverstream mentions, "Oh yeah, I still get time with your family." Like, no, I don't have a family. Never had a family in Griffinstown.
Oh,
orphaned. Yeah, that that really hit me in the feels. And he didn't really have one until he came to the school, and so he admitted to doing it.
Because he didn't want to
He
leave
didn't
the
want to
family he
leave
had.
for the holiday. Yep.
Yep.
And he still has to be punished once Dash and Twilight find out, but then his friends are like, nope, well, if he's staying, I'm
We're all
staying too. And then moved by that act, Twilight
We're in
agrees
this-
to let them be their guests of honor at the holiday party.
Yeah,
So
we're in this together.
yeah, that was so good.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Just start to finish. Great episode.
Yeah.
Number 15, Celestial Advice, the premiere of season 7.
Okay.
You know, hard to believe. We almost said goodbye to Starlight in that episode. Hard to believe. If you remember. Because remember, Twilight
was
sent
gonna
her
send
away.
her off to somewhere.
Somewhere.
I forget.
Yeah, and she didn't know where. You know, and I know some of the fandom wanted that to happen. Not me, but, you know.
No. No. No.
Right. So after Starlight, Trixie, Thorax, and Discord saved Equestria and awarded the Pink Hearts of Courage, Discord then put the pressure on Twilight, wondering if she has a plan for her star people going forward.
Yeah.
When Twilight can't seem to come up with anything, she turns back to her mentor, Celestia, for advice. But when Twilight realizes that Celestia sent her to Ponyville when she finished her studies, Twilight now knows she must do the same with Starlight, but she doesn't know exactly where to send her. Then one nightmare scenario after another emerged. Even though Twilight doesn't know where to send her, she knows it's time for her to graduate from her lessons. But then Starlight announced she wasn't ready to leave either.
Yeah.
She wasn't ready to go. To Twilight's actual delight, because she had planned on giving her a gift anyway, that mirror with all her pictures around it. And Starlight's reaction just gets me every time, how emotional she got. That was awesome.
I'd have to watch that.
Yeah.
Those two
You know,
episodes.
those moments will stay with me forever, because that's really for me when Starlight started to win my heart over.
Incidentally, a season premiere episode that was just a
one-parter. Yeah, it was not a two-parter. Right, exactly. Yeah, not a traditional premiere episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the very, very rare.
Oh, yeah, that was a serious neck injury there, messing with his neck on the sideline, stretching his neck.
Interesting. Wonder when that happened.
I don't know.
Number 14, Sleepless in Ponyville from season 3, episode 6. Want another emotional episode?
Do you read it? Yeah.
You don't remember Sleepless in Ponyville?
No.
This is the one where Rainbow Dash agreed to take Scootaloo under her wing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When she was scared.
Yes, when she was the scary stories, and Scootaloo had to overcome that fear, and and Luna and Nightmare Moon came along with her dreams, and
Luna did, not Nightmare
Moon. Well, yeah, but she wasn't Nightmare Moon at first, and then later showed herself to be Luna, but yeah.
She made an appearance as Nightmare Moon in that episode?
I thought she did. I could be wrong, but I
think so.
Well, I thought she did. I mean, again, I could be wrong, but
I don't think she did. Because I think once Luna was reformed, she stayed Luna.
Yeah, Scootaloo's nightmares during a camping trip after hearing Rainbow Dash's campfire stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're sisters to Winston falls to the camp.
Once Nightmare Moon was reformed into Luna, she never went back.
And the Rusty Horseshoe story and all that. Yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Working on his neck.
And then, Rainbow Dash leaves school outside the tent. Fears become more real when she's alone. Enters the tent and falls asleep. But then she hears the pony's voice outside. And the olden pony's following her. But then she sees Princess Luna in the trees. Scootaloo returns to the tent and finds the olden pony is taking Rainbow Dash's place and wakes up from the nightmare. So,
yeah.
But then she keeps, then lying to Dash. The best was the best night ever. So, she's not facing her fear, and so, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that. Just facing her fear, telling Dash, I'm scared of the stories, and then Dash says, "Oh, I was scared of those same stories that when I first heard them too." And then she agrees to take Scootaloo under her wing. So it was great to see the bond that started between the two. That was really cool. You never forget how it started, and just really wanted her to notice her, and that couldn't have been a cooler moment.
Yeah.
So that was good. Number 13, Gauntlet of Fire. From season 6. Definitely my favorite episode of Involving the Dragons. because not only were we introduced kind of the Dragonlands away, we got to see Spike test himself for the first time, and we were introduced to Ember. Love her. I got to admit, I nearly fainted when I first saw Ember on the screen. Did I really? Then why did you type that in there? Maybe I did. I don't know, but I don't remember it. But I guess I did type that in this summary. But okay.
How long ago did you make the summary?
I just actually typed this a couple days ago, so I guess I nearly fainted when I saw Ember on the screen.
Yeah, because we never thought she would make another appearance after she became the Dragon Lord.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
actually, no, you did.
Did I faint?
No, you were like, what? She's back!
Yeah. I probably fangirled a bit.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I remember watching that episode with you, like, yeah,
Yeah, I did.
she's back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She won my heart over rather quickly, and how well she was able to work with Spike was definitely impressive.
Yeah.
In the end, she didn't forget about him, even though she didn't want to talk about her feelings.
Yeah.
Spike may have got the scepter at first, but he did the right thing by giving it to Ember because he knew the Dragonlands and Equestria would be in good hands with her by gaining a wonderful ally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like he said, he only did it because he wanted to keep Equestria safe. He did it for the ponies. He wanted to keep them safe.
Yeah.
But when he was working with Ember, he knew that giving it to her would be perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a great episode. And then, of course, Twilight and Rarity having to disguise themselves as the Rock and different things throughout the episode. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. Speaking of that finale, the finale from season 6 to Where I'm Back Again, lands here at number 12. So, after all Starlight, Trixie, Thorax, and Discord have been through over previous seasons, it would definitely come as a shock to everyone that those four would come together to save Equestria, especially with no magic. But we knew Chrysalis and the Changelings would once again try to take over Kinderlot at some point. She definitely is persistent in that.
Yeah.
And so Starlight must rally her unlikely group of friends to save the day. And to think, she extended a hope of friendship to Chrysalis. After seeing what love did to her hive and reforming them all, it became pretty clear that only one thing would be on Chrysalis' mind for the rest of the series, her revenge on Starlight.
She was thinking about it for a second.
For a split second.
And then she's like, nope.
And she ended up failing in that not once, but twice.
No, she failed like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And turned to stone during the series finale. Yeah.
Yeah. So, mean 6 plan blowing up in her face.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, I can't fault Chrissy for her determination and her cleverness, but
and then
so blinded by it.
Princess Luna going to Starlight and saying, these ponies have helped me. They're going to help you.
Yeah.
They, I know a group of 6 ponies that have really been good to me. They're going to help you because they know you've been reformed.
Right.
Talk to them.
Right.
And you actually see part of Princess Luna's reformation be so good.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. There was so much good in that finale. For sure. Definitely one of the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
Number 11, What Lies Beneath from season 8.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorites from Student 6.
The Tree of Harmony disguising herself as Twilight.
That's a bugaboo.
Testing the students.
That's a bugaboo I have. We never finally then realize what the Tree of Harmony is or who it is or if it's just a spirit alone. We never got really who it is. Or is it just a spirit? Or spirit of who? We never really got the answer to that question.
In itself, it is a tree. Now
the Tree House of Harmony.
In itself, it is a tree.
Yeah.
That has magical powers, but it can transform itself
into other
because of the spirit of harmony itself.
Right.
It can transform based on needs.
Okay.
That's how
you interpret it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the Student 6 needed to be tested.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
And and taking it into a kind of religious standpoint, Satan's not going to come as Satan, as this evil thing.
True.
Because then we're going to know he's evil.
Right.
Or she,
right.
Whatever.
Right.
I say she because not saying Satan is a she, but if the Tree of Harmony would have presented herself as this being that they had no idea what the heck,
They might not have taken it as seriously.
Would they have like, what?
Yeah. So
no,
seeing it as Twilight,
out of here.
Yeah, seeing it as Twilight.
Seeing it as someone they
trusted. Know and trust. That's understandable.
It's a being that appears as needed.
Right.
To whoever needs it.
Sure.
You know, if that would have just been a talking tree, they'd have been like, we're nuts.
Right, exactly. You know? That makes sense. When you put it that way, that makes sense.
Seeing as that it appeared to the Student 6 as Twilight, the reason is because they knew, they trusted.
Sure.
You know, and the Tree of Harmony knows what needs to go on.
Of course, right.
So the Tree of Harmony would appear as it needed to whoever needed to see it.
Of course.
They would see it as that.
Yeah. So but when each student has a nightmare about their biggest fears and Cozy Glow attempts to stir dissension between them, the tree realizes their friendship bond is not as close as what it should be. As a result, she tests each of them to conquer their biggest fears. Gallus' fear of small spaces, Silverstream's fear of the Storm King's return, Smolder's fear of admitting she likes cute things, Ocellus' fear of her past, Yona's fear of spiders, and Sandbar's fear of leaving his friends behind for his own personal gain.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're able each to do so with the other's help, and Harmony tells them they've passed her tests. But as they emerge from the catacombs and realize they need to get some sleep before final school test the next day, Cozy Glow gets that look in her eye and is ready to implement her own plans to rule Equestria.
Uh-huh.
She goes, "Oh, don't worry. Just let Cozy take care of everything."
And my response to that was, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, what's down here that I need to know about? You know?
Ugh.
Yeah, right? That's that look of
Yeah.
So we kind of knew what was coming in a way. But yeah, outstanding episode. Great interaction between the Student 6. Great stuff there. Now to the top 10. Number 10, The Times They Are a Changeling from season 6. Yes. Near and dear to my heart because Spike meeting Thorax, and Thorax becoming one of my favorite characters from the show. And, of course, one of the best songs with a Changeling Can Change. The one that I sang at Winning City in April. And I was very glad that I did because
Winning City 19.
Winning City 19.
Which one did I do?
Didn't you do Open Up Your Eyes?
Open Up Your Eyes.
You did, the very popular one that like, oh, another one.
Everybody hated that, but it's like, you know what? I've not been here the last 5 times it's been done. So what? Get the hell out of here.
Right.
I was mad.
It's popular. It is popular, but it's understandably popular.
I know it's a girl song, but it's in a low key that I can do, and it's the one I knew.
It's so good. It's one of the best villain songs, if not the best villain song. It's really good.
Yeah.
So. But the lesson is, can't judge a book by its cover. You can't, you got to be willing to give someone a chance. Spike was willing to give Thorax a chance.
And then Thorax transforming into Twilight to wearing, wearing back again to show that it's actually
him. Yeah, yep.
Because if a changeling isn't there, how are they going to know?
Exactly, right.
So in that regard, it's like, that's a good thing that no changeling could transform into that Twilight.
Right.
To trick him.
Exactly. Right.
But it's like, no, I was there, and Twilight said, Spike taught me a lesson.
Right.
It's like, oh, that is the changeling that is claiming to be Thorax.
Yeah, and then kind of building off of that, going back to that, like, when Starlight convinced him, you've eaten all love, why not just embrace it and unleash it? And then seeing Thorax transform was so cool. Like seeing the transformation was just so awesome. So, yeah. And, of course, a great pick to lead the new Changeling Empire.
And it's like Starlight knew that his wings had changed when he embraced love.
Yes.
But he didn't know how to embrace it all.
Right.
And then it clicked. It's like, wait, your wings changed when you met Spike. You stopped being hungry. No, you need to embrace it.
Right, and there you go. Yep, exactly. Yep.
That all was put together.
Yes. Yeah. Just awesome. Awesome episode.
Yeah.
Speaking of an episode within a great song, number 9, On the Road to Friendship. Season 8, episode 19. Seriously, We're Friendship Bound. Great song. Absolutely incredible, catchy song. It's just funny because it's like right before the song starts, it's like Starlight is like, So glad we're not like Twilight and the others. They probably sing a song about it. Cue you singing a song about it. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, yeah, there you go.
And in that episode, what is that? Episode 8?
Episode 19. Season 8, episode 19, yeah.
It's a tell that season 9 is going to be the last.
Yes, because Starlight says for nine at least.
We're friends
Seasons
forever.
yet to come. For 9 at least.
For 9 at least.
Yeah, for 9 at least.
Like,
yeah.
shit.
That's when you knew. Yeah, yeah. The interaction between Starlight and Trixie, absolutely amazing. Granted, a few bumps along the way, but again, it's a metaphor for kind of what friendships are. That you have bumps sometimes. And,
believe you me.
we can relate. Yes. Yeah. The only thing that really put me off, of course, is when Starlight decides to trade Trixie's wagon in the middle of the night without her asking.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But if you can work out the bumps, your friendship can grow stronger, and in the end, our duo accomplished that. So that was awesome.
Yep.
Number 8, Uprooted, from season 9, episode 3. This is my all-time favorite Student 6 episode. This is my favorite. You know, when our heroes discover the shattered remnants of the Tree of Harmony, thanks to King Sombra, they decide to find a way to memorialize it. Right? But they all have very different ideas. Yona tries to convince them to come together, but those efforts are futile until those ideas start clashing and crashing into each other, literally. Eventually, Yona puts her hoof down and says the emerald with the tree is not what it was.
Sounded like you said until those idiots start clashing.
Ideas.
Yeah, but you said ideas so quickly. It sounded like you said.
I hope I would not say idiots about the Student 6.
I know. Woo, that's
with a gorgeous song called "The Place Where We Belong." Great song.
Yeah.
The 6 construct a makeshift tree house that, by the bond of their friendship, grows to an enormous size and becomes the Tree House of Harmony. So friendship alone, not the elements, is what kept Harmony alive and thriving, and now it is a haven for future generations as well. I mean, just so great.
Yep.
Absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Problem, season 7, episode 10. The map finally calls Starlight to a mission. But in the end, she was really the only one that had the guts and the courage to do what she did.
Starlight switches the cutie marks to show
Celestia
each
and
other, live each other's lives, and Twilight's like, "What did you do? Huh?
You switched their cutie marks. The actual sisters' cutie marks.
You did what?"
Turns out, a little ballerina.
Needed.
That she was the only one that could do that.
Needed.
Yeah, because they don't appreciate what the other does during the day. So 24 hours.
Why don't you live each
other's lives, like to be each other?
Once you don't know it until you experience it.
Right. So Luna struggles with Celestia's daily duties. Screws up the smile with the kids when she, frowns because she can't hold it all day, and then Celestia in the dream realm talking to herself, and then stumbles upon Starlight's nightmare, and then Daybreaker shows up, and Nightmare Moon shows up, and and the battle ensues. But Celestia takes care of them both. They come back together. They admit each other how important they are, and they praise Starlight. And of course, Twilight is hilarious in the episode. We're popping up all over the place. I can't help you because map reasons and princess reasons, but at least I'll be here's little ballerina. Ding, 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 ding.
Leave me alone.
Right.
I got this.
The pony that knocks on the door. Are you okay in there? Yeah. Just reading a book. He's going to think I'm crazy. He's not the only one.
Yeah.
Great episode. Number 6, Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
Okay.
When the CMCs get their cutie marks.
Yes.
Got to have that
Love
up there.
it.
Season 5, episode 18. I always love a good CMC episode, but a top 10 would not be complete.
We're always good with helping people. Ping.
Yeah. CMCs get their marks. Struggling and trying so long to get their marks. They agree to become Pipsqueak's campaign managers. He runs for cost president against Diamond Tiara, the biggest thorn in the Crusader side. When they discover a different side to her after her spoiled rich reprimands her for losing in a landslide, they agree to reach out to her and help. And Diamond Tiara gets reformed, standing up to her mother and accepting CMCs as friends, and getting new playground equipment for the school that Pipsqueak promised. And in the end, the CMCs get their marks. So
out of nowhere, after trying so long and
for so long and so many activities, so much stuff. Yeah.
And I'd imagine the fandom's like, enough already, do it.
Right.
Like, enough already, give it to them already. They've been trying so hard, don't screw them.
Yeah, It would have been really bad if there was not a resolution at least to that. Like granted, there were later arcs for them after the fact, but to finally get it, season 5 right there midway point was really good. So that was great. Number 5, Canterlot Wedding, the finale of season 2.
Parts 1 and 2?
Yes.
Okay.
This has to be in my top 5 because for obvious reasons. Because this was the first episode of the show I ever watched. This was the one I stumbled on that got me hooked. So this is very personal, sentimental more than anything. So
now, when you first watched it, did you watch it from beginning to end, or did you stumble on in the middle of the episode?
It might have been like within the first few minutes because the thing I remember is like Twilight and Shining Armor being on screen together and Shining Armor and the Twilight kind of going up to him like reprimanding Shining Armor for not telling her about the wedding. Because
you missed like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I did.
The first time.
Yeah. But then of course when I rewatched later, I watched it from the beginning. But because I found it so adorable that Shining Armor called her Twilight. I found that cute.
And then you caught up.
Yeah, and then I caught up after the fact
on Netflix.
Yeah. Love the animation style. Like Shining Armor. I actually thought their Crystals was a very smart, deviant, cunning villain.
And the song.
This Day Aria is one of the best. Yeah, anytime that comes on Pony Radio,
I hate that song because it's so catchy.
But that's why you gotta love it. You gotta love the catchy stuff.
Yeah.
Love the relationship between Twilight and Cadence, of course.
Yeah.
And I even somewhat like the Changeling for the reform. The design was interesting. Hindsight's 20/20,
sunshine, ladybugs awake.
Clap your hooves and do a little shake. Yep. Hindsight's 20/20, but I'm not sure if a different episode would have elicited the same reaction out of me, honestly, looking back. But
what is that?
What, Canterlot Wedding?
Oh.
That's the one
I thought you said Hindsight's
20/20, but I'm not sure if a different episode would have got the same reactions out of me. I don't know.
I thought Hindsight's 20/20 was a different episode. Oh, man.
That's not even an episode title.
I know. I thought we moved on to another episode.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Still, not even knowing there was a season finale, I'm glad I found it because the rest, as they say, is history thanks to it. Mm-hmm. So that's why it has to be in my top 5. So Number 4, Cutie Mark Chronicles from season 1.
Okay.
This was when Scootaloo goes looking for Rainbow Dash to find out how they get all their cutie marks.
Yeah.
And we find out how they did. How did the main 6 get all their cutie marks, you might wonder? Well, Scootaloo and the rest of the Crusaders are set to find out in this early episode of the show. Scoots is determined to find her favorite pony, Rainbow Dash, to determine how a pony gets a cutie mark.
Yeah.
But along the way, our trio run into the rest of the main 6 who share their mark stories as well. Scoots isn't really impressed, as Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle are, until they finally make it to Sugar Cube Corner and find Dash herself. But a funny thing happened along the way to Dash's story. The rest of the main 6 realized that Dash's first Sonic Rainboom actually led to them getting their cutie marks as well.
And what episode was that?
That was Cutie Mark Chronicles. Toward the end of season 1, episode 23.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Yeah. I've been looking for that episode. Couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah, that's when they all share their cutie mark stories.
Uh-huh.
Even before any of them met, they had a special connection from the outset, leading to a group hug and one of the most laughable moments in the show. After they all group hug, Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle go, "Aww," and Scootaloo goes, "Ew."
Yeah.
Like I die every time I see that.
Yeah.
Ew. It's classic. I love it. Number 3, the series finale, ending of the end, last problem. I know for a lot of people it's going to be number 1 because the show went out in such a great way. But I wanted to put the top 2 there. The top 2 of mine are more that had a major impact on me personally.
Yeah.
So that's why I put this at 3. Not saying the finale didn't, because it hit me emotionally. Remember, I cried 7 times.
Yeah.
But it did what a finale had to do. Kept you guessing, Discord being Grogar the whole time, making you frustrated with Discord.
Yeah.
Causing a crisis for our main heroes.
Yeah.
Being overtaken by the villains in epic battles.
Yeah.
Well, except for the pillars who are overwhelmed by Tyrek. Starlight being a badass. And all leading to the epic final battle where all the creatures of Equestria, even Tempest Shadow, come together to defeat the Legion of Doom with the power of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, a fitting punishment where the 3 of them become a statue. Plus, the epilogue at the end is incredible, seeing several story arcs take some dramatic twists and turns. And, of course, that song. This is where the magic happens. Will probably make me cry every time I hear it for the rest of my life.
Uh-huh.
You can't not cry on that song.
Yeah.
That song's just so good. Number 2, speaking of crying, Perfect Pair. Even though the finale made me cry 7 times, this episode from season 7, episode 13, made me cry at multiple points throughout, including during You're in My Head Like a Catchy Song.
I love that song.
Yes, it is incredible. We finally got the episode we all wanted with Applejack's parents, Bright Mac and Pear Butter.
Mm-hmm.
But this episode hit us like a Mack truck when it seemed pretty obvious by the characters' reactions that they were no longer with us. We were never told what happened that led to that, but one thing is for sure. The fact that we at least got to see the story and how much they truly love each other while battling a family feud was rewarding in and of itself.
Yeah.
That was just, I think the fandom knew like that one was going to be tough when they kind of read what the synopsis was. Like, we kind of knew that was going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
So, that was tough.
Yeah.
All right. Number 1.
Okay.
In my list, the best episode, Sparkle 7.
Okay.
From season 9, episode 4, the 200th episode. I mean, oh my goodness. When it aired, I said that it'd be very difficult for anything else to top it the rest of season 9.
Mm-hmm.
And some came close, or at least on the same level. Nothing did. Nothing did. Not only did it have Shining Armor come back in somewhat of a lead role, but Twilight's facial expressions, priceless.
Mm-hmm.
When he said the winner gets the crown forever. Forever.
Yeah.
Like her face, I just died.
Huh.
The quest for the crown was fun, but then the twist at the end was Spike pulling that off the way that he did, working with Luna behind the scenes, Luna petting the goose. Just so devious. One of the most amazing things I've ever seen. One of the strongest reactions I've ever had in an episode. And then it showed how an important part of the family he was. It's gonna stick with me.
And a major continuity error that I pointed out you didn't know.
Oh. What was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
If Twilight got Spike when she was in magic school.
Yeah.
How the hell in the flashback scenes with her as a little filly?
Yeah.
How is Spike there?
Yeah.
As a hatched dragon.
That is true.
When Twilight hatched him to get into magic school.
True. Yeah.
When she was older than that. It's like, huh?
Yeah, that is a bit of a continuity error. Yeah, that's
whack.
It is. It is. But it also is it's cute though that I don't know if you noticed also that Spike was trying to do his stars as they were showing the ones for Twilight and Shining Armor. He was trying to do his own little stars on the bottom. Like you can see that he really wanted to be a part of the family and the competition, and so he was so determined, and the way he pulled it off was just master class. It was a masterpiece what he did.
Can I say something that's very interesting?
Sure.
With that list.
Sure.
Either the worst or the best. I'm surprised, and I'd like to know where you put this. I know it's not on your list of 25, but where did you put Do Ponies Dream of Magic Sheep? Do you remember that episode?
I do remember
one of my favorites.
I do remember it, but I honestly did. I must have not thought highly enough of it to either remember it or to really consider it for the list. Because
do you remember when the Tantabus gets out of Luna's dreams and invades all of
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do remember it. Yes,
she dreams of him.
Yes, I do remember it vaguely.
Yeah.
Yes,
and then her saying, I created the Tantabus to punish myself, but the main 6, we made reference to it into Where and Back Again when Luna says these 6 ponies have helped me before.
Yes,
before. Realize that I'm not the pony I was.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And I think Do Ponies Dream of
I think it is Do Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep.
No, Do Ponies.
Is it Ponies?
Because it's everybody.
Okay.
I think it's Do Ponies Dream of Magic.
I want to say it's Princesses, but I could be wrong. Yeah. That's why I'm checking it.
And that episode, of course, happened before To Where and Back Again. But you have to think of that episode to make that line make sense. Because Luna,
And of course, that came after Luna eclipsed.
yeah, because Luna tells Starlight, you have changed. They know you've changed. Look at how they helped me in destroying the Tantabus and letting Luna know that, hey, this is not who you are.
Do princesses dream of magic?
Okay, it is princesses.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You were okay. You were right.
Yeah.
But they said, you are not.
Season 5, episode 13.
Yeah. And To Where and Back Again
was the season 5 finale.
Well, okay, it wasn't. But anyway, the same season. Okay.
Or season 6. Was it 5 or 6?
6.
It was 6. You're right.
That one, you're right. Celestial Advice.
That's right. Correct.
7.
Yep.
But the main 6 are talking like, look at what you're doing. You're trying to save all of Equestria. This proves that you're not the pony you once were, because she was dealing with so much of that guilt, which is why she created the Tantabus.
Right.
But she basically risked her life.
Right.
She almost died trying to save Equestria in that episode.
Right, correct.
And the main 6 are saying, look at what you're doing. That proves that you're not the pony
Exactly.
you once were.
Yeah.
You're risking your health and your life to save all of Equestria.
I agree it's a good episode. I just must not have really thought of it highly to be like one of the best ever of the series. But yeah, it's not that it's not a bad episode, but
you shouldn't feel guilty and you shouldn't continue to punish yourself.
Right.
Just look at what you're doing right now.
Right, exactly. Right.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
That got me. That gets me every time I rewatch it. One of my favorite episodes.
Okay.
Might not be my number 1. Probably, honestly, Friendship is Magic would be my number 1.
Like the very first episode of the series. Okay. Well, yeah, and I'm sure for a lot of people that's the case. For those, especially those either whether they started from the start or not, that
I've watched all of them.
I was gonna say that kind of leads in. Like, are there any others that were not on my list that you can think of, best or worst, that you maybe consider? Because a lot of them you sound like you agreed with. There were a few occasionally you didn't, but that you didn't like,
or that I would have put higher
on
or
the list.
lower, or whatever.
But you can't really think of any that I didn't include. Okay.
No, I was wanting to see Do Princesses Dream of Magic on there because I thought it was such a good episode with how they helped Luna.
Sure, yeah.
And with some of the lines in that episode where they say, look at what you're doing now. You're proving yourself not to be the pony you were. Why are you guilty? Why do you still feel guilty when what you're doing proves it?
Sure.
Don't feel guilty.
Sure.
And the fact that we made reference to it in talking about To Where and Back Again,
mm-hmm.
Luna goes to Starlight and say, these 6 have helped me more than you know.
Sure.
They will help you.
Right.
Like they've helped me. Go talk to them.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, wow. Ooh. Ow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my list. Yeah. And it sounds like I said, you're pretty much in a lot of agreement.
I don't know if I'd want to take the time to compile my own best and worst list.
It took me a little bit of time.
Because I didn't do a synopsis of every single one.
Right.
I didn't do stats.
Right. Yeah. Because you really have to really look back and see and remind people like what episode entailed. But
you typed at least a list of every episode when you watched it.
Yes.
I did not do that.
Right.
Of course, I don't have the sweet setup you do.
Yeah. All right. So a couple more things to talk about. I know that took a good chunk of time, but reminiscing is good. But why the movie coming up in 2021 should not be a send-off to G4? Because there's a lot of debate. Yeah, I know you said it. Yeah.
What else needs to be
exactly
done?
No,
what else needs to be said?
It got its own.
It got its own send-off.
Because there's still a lot of questions. It's like, should it be G4 or is it going to be G5? Like it should be G5.
Why?
What else is there to do?
I mean,
unless it's building more on the epilogue from G4, unless it's doing more to that, or if it's like more of Luster Dawn's story. If it's going to do that, then okay. But if it's not, then introduce us to G5.
I say no. I say no. Period. Because you know what? If you go into the backstories of how the epilogue happened, that still leads to more questions.
That's true.
They will not be answered in one movie.
That's true.
That'll just lead to more questions.
Right.
Yes, we have questions. Is Lyra Dawn Sunburst and
is Luster Dawn Starlight and Sunburst's daughter?
Yeah.
That's a big one. Yeah.
That's a big one. How did they
Cozy Glow's backstory.
How did they all end up getting together? Fluttercord's a thing.
Fluttercord's a thing. Apple Dash is a thing.
Yeah, but still, I think
Pinkie Pie and Cheese Sandwich is a thing.
Yeah.
Because they had a kid.
Yeah. I think they wrapped him up nicely.
I think so too.
Plus, here's another one. The finale of Gen 4 was heart-wrenching enough. The epilogue with the finale itself, let it rest, bring us something new. Come on. So, I believe that the movie should be a Gen 5 introduction.
If it comes, see, that's another question. Is the movie going to come before Gen 5 airs or after? Because there's been conflicting dates.
Yeah.
Because some have said G5 is going to premiere in 2020, the movie in 2021. Some have said it's going to be the same year. So it's going to depend on when each comes out. So that's going to be a big thing.
But in my opinion, it'd be stupid to have another send-off for G4 because it's already wrapped.
And considering they're already continuing in some ways with the comics because they're doing the Feats of Friendship with the Student 6, and they're doing season 10 in April 2020 with the comics.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So let them do it in the comics, and just if you're going to start it, it's G5.
What are the comics going to do the Gen 4 wrap-up didn't already?
That's a big question.
I'd like to know that.
Yeah, that's going to be the big question. Yeah, that's really going to be the big question mark. So, all right. Last thing, let's look at a couple of these Pony Community Soapboxes. I love reading these from Equestria Daily. I love they pop up every Tuesday. If you go to EQD, Equestria Daily's website, equestriadaily.com, and you go under community, the community page, it's like the second link down. It's the Pony Soapbox. You can actually submit your own and share your thoughts on something.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. They pop up about 5 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Pacific every Tuesday. So we're going to look at the last two that have popped up here. So from this first one, this is from 2 weeks ago. So these headlines, we've got Twilight Sparkle's name. Every episode of MLP FIM is good. G4 living on in the comics. We kind of know that one. The unconfirmed element of empathy and the importance of the songs and music.
Okay.
All right. So Twilight Sparkle's name. Where does the Princess of Friendship get her name from? Her parents are called Mr. and Mrs. Sparkle and alternately Nightlight and Twilight Velvet. Nightlight's family name is Sparkle and his wife's family's name is Twilight. Neither Nightlight nor his son Shining Armor use Sparkle and Twilight as part of their official names, except that Nightlight sometimes calls himself Mr. Sparkle. Twilight Velvet nowadays really uses
that in the comics because we never met.
It probably would have
Twilight's
to be. Well, no,
parents.
we did. Once Upon a Zeppelin.
Well, they don't really explain their names.
No, that's true.
Once Upon a Zeppelin.
That's true.
How are we to know
exactly
Nightlight?
Yeah, that's true. Now I know Twilight Velvet because I knew her mom's name, but
okay.
Yeah. Twilight Velvet nowadays rarely uses her family name to refer to herself anymore, but calls herself Miss Sparkle or simply Velvet. Twilight Sparkle was originally named by her parents as a reminder that she was part of both her mother's and father's families.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, the name Twilight refers mainly to Twilight Sparkle herself unless she meets a relative on her mother's side. In such cases, she calls herself Sparkle. Makes sense. To me, that definitely makes sense. That lines up. Again, and like you said, we don't know, we never really heard it in the show itself. So it probably to come from the comics or some other form of canon. But that definitely makes sense to me. Every episode of MLP FIM is good. All the episodes of FIM are good episodes. Why? Because the show is about life. Just like in life, nothing and no one is perfect. The characters fail and succeed just like the viewers will. The characters grow and change, but they also stay the same. Even after growing, the characters can still fall back into old patterns and habits just like real people do. Every episode reveals a new facet of a character's personality and or explores well-known aspects of them. Whether we can relate or not, these are who the characters are. Just like in real life, we don't get to choose how others will be. They are simply who they are. The episodes do not always follow perfect story structure, just like real life does not. Instead, the show is consistent with the processes of life and relationships. It's not so much a show, but a glimpse into these individuals' lives.
Yeah.
While we may not like or relate to every episode, someone does. So every episode of this glorious show about life and friendship is good because it is good for somebody. That's a great point. That's well said.
Yeah.
That's very well said. I mean, yeah, people are going to have different opinions, obviously, on every episode of the show. But in that regard, yeah, I can see where Five Iron Badger is coming from here because, yeah, it's everyone can relate to an episode in their own way. So everyone's going to have their own opinion. So, yeah, that's very well said. I agree with that 100%. G4 living on in the comics. Now the series is over, there's nothing that can fulfill the unfinished story arcs of the series, like Zeccora's heritage, or Spike's origins, or the Manhattan CMCs. Or is there? I'm sure the writers had some unused story ideas for some of the unsolved story arcs. Actually, Big Jim can confirm that because a lot of people also asked about Rarity's parents.
Yeah.
And he said we did have a plan for that originally, we just never got it able to end the show in time. So there are some unsolved arcs they thought about putting in but didn't.
Okay.
Or maybe even cool new stories, but that doesn't mean they'll never see the light of day. IDW Comics is continuing on making issues at least up to 100, maybe even more. The comics are pretty much the only licensed G4 content after the show, and Equestria Girls are officially done. Besides, comics are much cheaper than animated media. That is true. And comic sales are just going to go up, so Hasbro's going to get a ton of dough for the comics. Is the comics the only thing we'll get G4 out of in the future? Maybe, maybe not, because after watching Invader Zim enter for Florpus, which they brought back Invader Zim for Nickelodeon briefly. They did a movie for it. I had the feeling that a lot of shows nowadays are getting rebooted in one way or another, and the best ones being made by the ones who created the shows in the first place.
Yeah.
There was also Hey Arnold the Jungle movie and the new Rocko's Modern Life movie. So this got me thinking. In 10 years into the future, what if we return to G4 with a reunion special or specials? Would Hasbro go this route? Well, they're still selling some previous gen stuff in stores. What if Hasbro decides to make a G4 reunion toy brand and maybe we want some FIM media content to go with it? It's possible. I know that would kind of ruin the finality of the epilogue, but this could work out in great ways to give a really huge nostalgic feeling to the old Brony fans like ourselves. At that time, probably watching the reunion special with our significant others. Hey, wifey, I used to watch this show a lot when I was younger. See that dragon right there? I was obsessed with him in the past. Oh, and that rainbow pony. I have this friend who is in love with her. The Bernie fandom was huge back in the day.
That'd be, yeah.
That'd probably be me. Yeah. So just because the show is over doesn't mean G4 is over. Even if G5 starts, G4 might still stick around for the large impact it gave us.
Your first favorite pony was Rainbow.
Yes, it was. Before Starlight. Yes, it was. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that's not too far-fetched an idea, honestly, because G4 is going to have the comics but who knows with other stuff getting reboots, can't leave it out of the possibility for sure. Mm-hmm. The Unconfirmed Element of Empathy by Indiana. Can you guess who it is? It's Starlight, of course. I can already hear the booing from some of you who don't like her that much. Well, you won't hear that from me. Nope. But please hear me out. In her most recent episode, A Horseshoe In, Starlight is talking to a plant of all things. Is she really doing that? No. I mean, yes, she is talking to the plant, but it's not the one that replies back. It's her inner guardian. Most of us have this inner voice with which we talk, but what people may not know is that this inner self can be better or worse with the replies based on the amount of empathy that each of us has. For low empaths like Trixie, the inner voice is kind of crap and won't really help much, but for high empaths like Starlight, that voice will almost always give good advice, and it's often a bad idea to not listen to it. The way that inner voice works is by emulating the best knowledge received from others during your life. It is constructed by using empathy, and this is why its quality is so dependent on empathy. That episode can sort of be seen like Starlight's finale, where she confirms this new element without actually becoming it officially. Good job, Starlight. Okay. How about that? Yeah. I never would have thought that would be an element that would suit Starlight, but now that I think about it, yeah, that's good. That's really good. and the importance of the songs and music. Here we go, up your alley. Not that it for me either, because I caught on to the Pony Radio a little bit later, but you, like I said, you love the music from the start.
Uh-huh.
MLP FIQG was always a combination of great animations, songs, background music, the stories, and the characters. I remember when we had Rainbow Rocks, and it was full of this awesome music and songs. It was such a great feel, good music, and it really contributed much to the overall movie. I remember cartoonish pictures that said that people skipped songs in older cartoons, but for My Little Pony, they really enjoyed this stuff. For me, it was the same. I really enjoyed when a song started. I was kind of disappointed when this decreased. I have the feeling that around season 6 and 7, it really decreased, and we got less of this. For G5, I really wish that we would get more music and songs, and we once again be more present, because I think it's a great part of the series. I feel that it's a very important part, at least to me. And I agree again. I agree 100%. I hope we get more in good songs in G5, because all right, and one more here. Last one. This was last Tuesday's submissions, because that was the one from 2 weeks ago. This is last Tuesday's submissions.
Okay, so you read them all?
Yeah, this is the last one. So headlines here: how G5 could benefit sheep of MLP. Why this fandom must and will continue.
Okay.
Pony alternate universes are canon, so calm down, brain. Okay. Is relatability all it's cracked up to be? And why the Discord being Grogar twist works. I don't know if I'll agree with that last one.
Yeah.
Here we go. I thought I clicked it. There we go. How G5 could benefit from being the black sheep of MLP. By now, we all know the main 6 inside and out, but what if the next generation of MLP took a different approach? Let's say the lead character is kind of like an anti-Twilight, taking much of who Twilight is and inverting it while still giving said lead pony leadership qualities. G5 could also benefit by being a bit darker and even allowing minor characters to perish to prove a specific point. Whoa! Okay, that's dark. I mean, a bit darker? That's really dark. Personally, I wouldn't mind G5 taking place in the future Equestria, albeit with a whole new set of characters as a possible guest appearances by old ones from G4.
That would probably be cool.
Who wouldn't want Discord saying, "Oh, come on, Twilight and her friends would have figured this out by now"? I mean, yeah, I get it, but I don't know. With it being darker, I don't know. And ponies perishing, that's kind of a little on the edge. Why this fandom must and will continue.
Oh, these are short.
With the end of season 9 almost upon us, well, actually now it is upon us, there's an air of finality that seems to be drifting across the internet. But for me, it's become a sort of beginning. After attending BronyCon, I learned how large this fandom is, and it's because of us this thing has become so big in the first place. And to that end, we will be the ones to keep this thing alive and thriving. While at BronyCon, I was absolutely ecstatic to see throngs of people wearing pony shirts, singing pony songs at the top of their lungs, knowing that I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
The memories of that long weekend will stay with me forever. After the con, I realized how much I wanted to make contributions to this fandom. I want to leave my mark on the fandom. I'm the same way after the first Winnie City. Yep. And why? Because we all love the ponies. Sure, canon is ending, but that's why we need to keep writing fan fictions, making music, and other pony content, like me with my pony parodies. We can ensure that this fandom survives, just like the main 6. We can do it together. Agree, 100%. Absolutely. If anyone's going to keep it alive, it's got to be us. I agree, 100%. Pony alternate universes are canon, so calm down, brain.
Kind of like the song in the friendship games. When the EQG friendship games.
Okay.
Rainbow dashes, we're all Wonder Colts. We'll end up on top. And, it's like, we can do this together. The magic of... Keep the magic of friendship alive. I can't remember the whole song.
Right, but I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song
similar.
That song fits that article.
Sure. No matter how the series ends, and no matter how many this is Pony alternate universes are canon, so calm down, brain. What a fitting title. No matter how the series ends, no matter how many headcanons are thrown out the window for the love of Celestia, please don't be upset. Want a certain ship to be canon? There's a mirror for that. Want a certain outcome for certain characters? Bam, mirror. I'm mostly typing this from my own brain because since the series is winding down, I feel like I can't be as much of a fan of certain aspects of the show because they are no longer canon. If you're as mentally finicky as I am, I'm hoping the mirror Deus Machina can be a source of comfort. I'm trying really hard to keep my brain in the line of thinking. Man, making this show a big part of my life for a near decade was a great experience, but it sure can be stressful.
Mhm.
I mean, are people complaining that stuff isn't canon? They want to? I mean, good.
I don't know.
I get that, but yeah, if that's what. Hey, newsflash, that's what fan fiction is for.
Yeah.
You can make canon and ship whatever you want now. Now that I mean, you kind of still want to go on the show some way, but you can like open the door now to new more possibilities.
Yeah.
Is relatability all it's cracked up to be? Relatability, the ability to understand and connect audience with character on a shared feeling or experience, is a part of good character building, but it is only a part. This isn't the only way we interact with characters. There's something to be said for larger-than-life characters, ones who shake us from our stoic complacency and our belief that things and people are the way they are and can't be any different. They make us aspire to be better than what we are. We like to tell ourselves that some things are universal, e.g., no one likes X, but everyone feels Y. Except they aren't universal. Humanity is so wide and diverse, even weird, that there are those exceptions. It is absolutely important to have characters experience things the audience is going through, to let the audience know that they aren't alone and aren't abnormal for what they're thinking, feeling, or going through. It's why representation matters so much. At the same time, it's also important to have characters who challenge the assumptions of the audience so that they can be inspired to consider ways of thinking and acting that they might have previously discounted as unrealistic. I mean, yeah, that certainly makes sense. I mean, with me, like I'm drawn to characters that I can tend to relate to that, go through some more stuff that I've been through. So yeah, I get how relatability is important. I mean, saying it all it's cracked up to be, I mean, I can say, yeah, I can kind of yes, but no, like everyone has their own feelings and emotions, but there can be exceptions, but I think for the most part, relatability to me takes a lot into account why I like certain characters. So
Yeah.
that's what's important to me. All right, here's the big one. Why the Discord being Grogar twist works.
It doesn't.
All right, Shadow Rider 45, convince me. When I first saw that moment when it was revealed that Discord was pretending to be Grogar, I was genuinely surprised by it, and I was glad it was this. This is very good grammar. I was glad it was this why.
This way.
This way.
Typo.
That's a typo. Well, I've heard some complaint about this twist as being a betrayal of Discord's character, and it ruins what we could have gotten with Grogar. Yes. I was really glad about this twist, and I think it is better than us getting the actual Grogar this time around. Explain. The reason being the plot holes I noticed with Grogar as the season went on. Why did he wait this long? How could he couldn't sense his own bell in the room? And it didn't undermine what Chrysalis, Cozy Glow, and T-Rex were planning in the slightest. He said he was biding his time and gathering power, but the problem is he would have had enough power over 1,000 years. Plus, he would have started recruiting more villains into his group as time went on, even having multiple opportunities to recruit somebody like Starlight before her reformation. If the bell had his magic in it, you would think that he would know it was in the room. Discord wouldn't sense it since it's not his magic, and that's why he believed them when they said they couldn't get it. Discord knew the security of the place to the point where he would have believed they couldn't get it. Lastly, we've always been following the evil trio through season 9 that I would have preferred to see their plans come together rather than them getting overshadowed by Grogar's plan that we never really knew. While I would have wanted to see Grogar as the finale villain, the Evo trio just did more than him to the point where I didn't care for him. Lastly, as for Discord's character, him staging things to test Twilight is in this character since he's been doing that since season 4. This was just on a grander scheme and went out of control, and he failed to take into account a lot of things. I'm sure he's going to get an earful from Fluttershy anyway about this.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess on that level I kind of get it. It's still it's still frustrating.
Yeah.
When it's explained that way, it makes sense, but it's still disappointing because again, they built up the hype for Grogar so much since the premiere, and it kind of is disheartening for it to be revealed. Oh, it was Discord all along.
Yeah.
It was just kind of disheartening in the end. So,
but now, after hearing that article, it makes sense that it really wasn't Grogar because it's not his magic in the belt.
Right. Yeah.
So that's
right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So that's and I guess that was explained why he didn't know it was in the room all along.
Yeah.
So.
because it's not Grogar's real magic. It's
Exactly.
Discord.
It's Discords, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we've got in this pony-centered episode. Nearly 3 hours of reflecting and retrospective, but it was good. This was good to look back and a little bit, and then continue to prepare for what's to come forward.
Mhm.
But and in terms of, and like I said, in terms of the channel, ATSD will still be going. I'll keep trying to find relatable content, put some other things into it for sure. So you can count on that for sure. More off the cuff content, of course. And then, like I mentioned, Tracking the Madness back in January, Super Bowl party stream we mentioned, NHL All-Star Weekend stream will be back. So there will still be more content. Don't worry about that at all. So
just because the ponies is ending doesn't mean the channel.
It's not the end of the channel, not the end of the fandom. So
Yeah.
we will press on and continue for sure. So
All right.
so we're gonna wrap this one up. For Apple Dash, I'm Spiky Dash. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for the supporting views as always. You all are awesome.
Sorry about the chat.
Sorry about the apologies for the chat again not working again. Unfortunately for that. Again, blame YouTube. I have nothing I can do. So until the next stream, see you next time.